I'm telling you, I'm so scared of you. I don't want to say anything. I'm afraid to say anything to you now.
They all happen.
Right. Do you remember there was a period on the show where Robin was like really, really out of control?
Yeah.
And then I remember there was one time where she was still out of control, but it was just a lot better.
Yeah.
And she came in here and she was like nuts and yelling and everything. And I remember Jackie and I said, you know, she's so much better than she used to be.
See, but I don't buy one aspect of it.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You see, here's my beat, too, also.
Okay.
See, we shouldn't be doing this now because your book's on hot sale. See, but this is pre-sale.
Little hype.
Okay, a little hype. Now, here's my take on it.
You haven't even finished the book. How dare you make
Believe me, this is the kind of book you read 6, 7 times. You don't just, no one's ever finished
I don't think the last page is they lived happily ever after.
I haven't gotten to the last page, so I can't comment. So, but here's my take on it.
Yeah.
You see, once you got comfortable in terms of your financial situation and feeling independent, that in a way was your cure. Because every time I noticed that you got insecure, you went back to your parents, even that, and they were your security blanket in a sense, because at least you had somewhere you could go where a hot meal could be served and all that kind of stuff.
It was like a...
And then when you hit your financial independence, you basically blew them off.
No, that's not true.
Well, no, that's not true. That's true.
Yeah.
But it's tied up in also how you feel about yourself. That almost.
Well,
and also at your job.
Catch-22. Could I have ever done that if I hadn't straightened certain things out?
And if I don't know. I don't know if you would have ever come to your sanity. Or
no,
maybe
no.
Would you have ever broke it away? No.
Would I have ever?
People need to read the book.
Right, because they'd be cryptic.
No, I'm being cryptic. Yeah. Wait till the book comes out. We'll talk.
Well, when will it be out?
The publishing date is April 11th at this point.
When can those of us who are close?
I might just Xerox my copy.
Get the galleys. Yeah, when can we get the galleys? Go to Kinko's.
Don't give them the galleys because then we'll all talk about it too much, and then you won't have any book sales.
Right,
and no one will care.
I'm not giving anything.
Save the galleys and save what you have in case some good stuff doesn't make it to the book.
Oh, please.
It's not done.
What?
It's not completely done. She's still chopping and stuff.
Well, she's tightening, but I think the way it is, I think the way it's pretty much going to be. You might change a couple of words or something.
I mean, if you you don't like the story about the car, I'll change that.
Well, I have perception problems with that.
Well, look.
I wasn't that. Quite frankly, I didn't care that much whether you went back to your parents.
All
or not.
I have to say is this.
I think if they bug you that much, don't go back.
It was a very tough decision I was making.
Right.
And I was telling my friend, looking for support, and you attacked me.
Yeah, well,
and
I just feel...
You're right, it's my perception, and that's what it seemed like to me, and it really was putting me under.
My feeling was a lot of people tend to yes you to death and, just tell you what you want to hear. Like, when Paula and stuff in the book tells you stuff to do, and meanwhile it just falls right in line. I said to you, hey, wait a second. Here's a woman who, when I first met her, used to run home to her parents and stuff like this. And the other thing, I said, I want to know what's going on here, and I want to know why you're rejecting your parents, and let's, I'm not going to be just going to sort of rubber stamp your decision.
With the decision.
Yeah, I want to know what's behind it.
You didn't ask a question.
No, I didn't like this this every minute snapping with different. I'm not talking to my parents anymore. I'm cutting them off. I want to get. I want to. I don't like that.
You are ridiculous.
It's easy to do that.
That was one of the toughest decisions I ever made in my life.
Yeah. Well, believe me. Good thing I was there.
Is there
whether you know it or not.
Is there a title yet?
Yes. Robin is crazy. It's a very good book. It really is good. You guys are going to like it. All the fans are going to like it, too. I just wonder if...
Is there any pictures?
I have encouraged Robin. I don't know if she is planning... You said you plan on putting some pictures in.
And are you currently...
Although Robin told me at certain phases in her life she was so crazy that she couldn't take pictures. So there's a whole thing. Put a nude picture in there.
Are you currently talking to your family?
Yes.
Okay, so it does have sort of a happy ending.
Right.
Well, I'm not telling you the ending because I don't know it. I'm waiting to see the ending.
I can't wait till April.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. See, that's how we're going to sell your book.
But the point is...
I'm just going to accuse you of being...
Really
I'm going to have you locked in a mental institution in April.
Scaring me. But the point... that was the part I was talking to you about the other day, and I said I got really graphic.
Yeah, Jesus.
About some things because I wanted people to know how bad it was.
At one point of masturbation and then, falling asleep in the bed. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean, she exhausted herself so much she would, like, pass out.
There were cats involved, were there?
I don't know.
Like that was the only way you could get to sleep.
No, it wasn't for sleeping. She just went wild.
She just enjoyed it.
Yeah, she just enjoyed it.
But how come during that period?
It's a highly sexual book, but this,
And here we all walk around going, I can't believe Robin's not dating.
She doesn't need to.
Like, was she so out of her mind?
No, but she describes every sexual encounter, even that white guy in Jamaica, the one that I always was interested in.
The one you love.
I like that one.
But does she describe the soap opera guy?
I didn't get that far, possibly.
I don't think he made it into the book.
No?
It wasn't that significant.
Sequel? It was insignificant.
Was Robin so crazy, like sexually overcharged, that like if the Chinese delivery guy came, she would have dragged him in?
It didn't get quite that far, but should I tell the part that... is this going to ruin your book sales if I tell this?
Come on.
Should I tell the part about the strip club?
You can't tell.
Do you have any plans for serialization?
Wow. I shouldn't. I should wait. All right, we'll wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
So far,
Who even knows?
Nothing.
I circled things and said, I don't think this is true.
10 copies.
See, you think I misconceived those?
I think you're living like Roseanne or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on in that head. But listen, you do your job, and that's all I care about. You come in here and you function.
You mean you think she's like recalling things that never happened type thing? Or?
Listen, around me, Robin always functioned. When she had to function, she functioned. She could sit and tell you she couldn't function, but she functioned.
Like a drunk getting pulled over by a cop.
Right. She sobered up real
too.
Wait, listen. Always acted professionally.
Jackie always talks about what he knows about. You know?
Right. Everything's about a drug.
Jackie,
It's an analogy.
Like when I get pulled over by a cop, I gotta sober
No,
up.
it's good. There was a decent analogy.
Absolutely, for once. But it's so, I'm reading this book and I'm calling Robin every 10 minutes, giving her my updates and my, I don't believe what I'm reading. I mean, there's some real heavy stuff in there. Some stuff that you can't joke about. I'll find a way.
Well, that was my other question to you, Rob. How are you gonna handle it when it comes out? Because
I don't think you realize the ramifications.
Right, like when it comes out.
Oh, I realize.
You do?
Are you ready for people?
How do you know you realize? Maybe you're still crazy.
Oh, shut up.
Like, are you crazy right now? I don't know. Are you normal now or are you crazy?
I'll never be normal.
No, that's for sure.
Oh, shut up, John.
The first step is identifying the problem.
See, Fred, you know how you're sitting there right now, not doing anything? Robin could take that the wrong way.
You're doing a million things.
You're doing a million things to Robin.
I found that out from one of the little entries in her book. So.
Right. Oh, did you get a copy too?
No, but you told me.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the things.
Doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be doing something around it.
If you're doing something.
Yeah. And the fact that you do nothing.
If you're doing nothing, you're doing it wrong.
To me.
Right.
And if you're kind of halfway doing something,
you're doing
that's
it to
wrong
me.
too.
Scaring me now.
Can I say this part? Because there are times, even when we're in this room working through the glass and everything, Robin sometimes thinks we're saying stuff about him.
Well, sometimes we are.
Oh, you were right about that. No, I mean, seriously.
Wrong 100% of the time.
So why didn't you just come in here and check out what we were saying?
Oh, because you were saying bad things and you hated me.
Oh, my goodness.
Everyone on this show should just think that when they're out of the room, everyone else is talking about it, because it's true.
Right.
Oh, I don't care now. You talk all you want.
Right. Now you're fine. Oh, all right, as long as you're fine, I'll talk about it.
I mean, if Jackie goes to the bathroom, during a break, it's the Jackie hour.
Yeah, right. And Jackie always goes to the bathroom. And in fact, whenever Jackie walks back in, Gary, quickly shuts up.
But everybody knows that. I mean, when you go to walk out
What were we talking about Jackie yesterday? We had to clam up. What were we in the middle of?
We were talking about
him going to Sandals.
No, about the great gift he got Gary.
Oh, yeah, we were joking on that.
I liked it. John,
we're talking about gifts people got?
Yeah.
So Gary got a gift from, you know how bad Jackie is with gifts?
Yeah.
He got Gary. Gary says to me, I got to tell you.
No, it's just funny.
Jackie got me the world's ugliest, the worst nightlight, the cheapest piece of garbage.
No. You're wrong
Come on.
You're wrong on one point. You're wrong on one point. It's not cheap. It's just funny looking.
I guarantee.
But I said we use it, and I said I thought that after Jackie had the nightlight incident with you, he would have given up on nightlights.
Why do you think you got it?
Oh, it's a joke. Okay.
No one got it.
Jackie packed jokes in
I don't
his
even
gift.
remember. All I know is that we put a whole bunch of stuff in everybody's gift.
You know what I'm going to do next Christmas?
What?
I'm going to send Jackie a bowel movement in a box.
No,
And then when he gets assaulted, I'm going to go, it's a joke, it's a joke.
Everybody makes phone calls. Everybody makes a phone call and sends a basket.
Right.
Instead, we put a basket together of different stuff for everybody.
Oh, I see. In other words, I'm the one who sent the basket. I just made a phone call and sent the basket.
I gave you
That's not good.
You know what that basket costs, pound?
of course I do.
All right, so just be quiet. It costs too much for you to send that.
Listen,
Cheap bastard.
But Jackie, because the toothbrush was in my box.
Yeah. I got a
that wasn't
toothbrush
the only thing I sent you, was it?
No, but
Did you get crabs?
No, I didn't get crabs.
Be happy. All I
You
got was 5 Jackie the Joke Man T-shirts.
Did you really? That's what you got?
Well, Kathy that works here.
What? Now, Jackie, explain yourself. You got Stuttering John, 5 T-shirts?
2 big sweatshirts. I stumped Jackie the Joke Man.
Is that a joke or is that for real?
I sent him what I sent everybody else, and I threw them in the
Can I
package.
ask you a question?
Fine.
Is it a joke or is it...
No, just for fun. I put them in and told him to give them to Stein.
Jackie's now...
I sent him what I sent everybody. I sent everybody pepper shakers, pepper,
you did get a pepper shaker?
lobster scissors, of course.
You did.
We all got a peppermint.
Everybody got all that stuff, and I threw an extra crap for a goof.
All right, take it easy, man.
Jackie now uses
No,
his
it's not,
T-shirts.
it's not fair.
Jackie now uses his T-shirts for, like, packing and padding.
Right.
And that's true, too.
That's the best thing for
How valuable can those T-shirts be? Guy uses them instead of cardboard.
you. Or those little
I will never
styrofoam
give another
peanuts.
gift. I promise.
Because I was with Kathy.
Okay. No one's upset when you make that threat, you know.
I see that.
And nobody cried.
You know, it's one thing to make a threat and everyone gets upset. He goes, all right, I'm never getting anyone another gift. Okay.
Howard, I was with Kathy that works in our office, and when her gift, had been mailed here, and she opened it up, she goes, I said, that's probably your gift from Jackie the Joke Man.
She's all excited, yeah.
And the first thing she got was like three mugs. Right. She got a lot of other stuff, too.
Jackie
when
mugs.
you open up a mug, it's like,
that's something special.
There's another mug.
It's unusual.
3 mugs.
Yeah, there were 3 Jackie the Joke Man mugs in her gift. And some CDs.
Some CDs, some T-shirts, and
Jackie CDs?
and the Joke Man catalog.
So how come you talked to Brandon Tartikoff yesterday? I mean, not Brandon Tartikoff. Brandon Tartikoff. How come you spoke to him?
Because we were arguing about something. Me and the producer, and then Brandon came.
I can tell you what it's about.
Brandon Tartikoff really is on bad times.
If he's got to do
Intervention with Stuttering John.
That's pretty low.
Are they seeing you as some sort of hope on this show?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
the show needs all the help it can get.
I saw you on the show. I mean, no offense. I mean, you did fine, but
who knows anybody else?
The cheating show.
The what?
The cheating show, where
I don't know what you guys were. To be honest, I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh, all right.
I don't mean to insult you, but it was almost like you were a guest, and they were asking you how could you do these things.
Oh, that was the first time I was on. That's what happened. I was on once, and then after the show, they asked me to come back and audition.
The show you saw was the one that got him the regular gig.
Oh, and now you're a regular. Now, how come when I asked you yesterday if you're a regular, you told me you're not?
No, honestly, I swear to God, I even asked them yesterday. I said, so am I on the show or what? They said, are you still in the trial period, the audition period? There's 4 hosts now.
Audition.
And they got
I
married.
couldn't tell what was going on.
An awful
I saw
show.
him one day, and I was like, who's running this show?
I know exactly how to fix the show, but I'm not going to tell Brandon Tartikoff for free. He's going to pay me a lot of money. Screw him.
Well,
What?
John's hoping you'll tell him.
So what was your problem with the?
Oh no, it was just like just.
Can I tell him a little bit? I don't want to give too much.
Give it all.
Okay. So you know how I'm now the liaison, between you and John.
Yeah.
So one of the things
I've made a rule that John is not allowed to come to me anymore and say, can I do this? Can I do that? I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just sick of it.
So you'll get a kick out of this.
Because it always involves, can I use something of yours to get myself a job? I said, listen, John, do whatever you want, but just don't include me.
Well, you'll appreciate this then.
All I know is I tuned in this show to see Stuttering John, not to see him specifically, but as soon as I tune it in, they're holding up pictures of me from Esquire magazine and insulting me.
No, it was that guy. I didn't know. The guy had wrote the article about you, and I put him in his place, though.
Had wrote the article. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Had wrote.
When John called me and asked if he could do this thing,
yeah.
I said, don't abuse Howard's name. You're Stuttering John. Don't have them, using Howard's name every 5 minutes or whatever. So the reason why they were on the phone with John last night, can I say this?
Yeah,
okay.
Say it.
Yeah. Because John had put in his contract, has to get a contract, and John put in his contract that they can't mention your name on the show without his approval.
Good. Good.
You know,
That's fine.
And Brandon thought that was fine because he figures, you know, anybody that knows Stuttering John's going to know who he is.
Right, exactly.
But the people from the show were worried, like, well, we have to say Stuttering John of the Howard Stern Show.
Well, yeah.
Just Stuttering John. Why do you have to say of the Howard
Who
Stern
are those other people?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but everybody has it. Like, you know, one girl's she writes for the London Times.
So you're Stuttering John, the musician from your Stuttering John album, from Warner Electric Records or whatever it is.
No, but the thing is, they're a news show, and they, you know,
Oh, you have to have news credentials?
Oh, you mean I'm a news?
No, but they say like, you know.
So
like,
call you a reporter. You're a reporter.
Like, here's a question that John asked me today that I think I gave the right answer. Is it okay to say in his bio that he works on this show?
Yes.
And I said yes.
Yes.
That was one of the big arguments.
One of the big arguments?
Yeah, because...
Listen to me. Brandon Tartikoff is a loser. Do you understand what a loser is?
Well, not with Brandon.
There are winners and losers in this world. He is on a losing streak.
Right. He might not be a loser. He's just on a
When
bad
your
streak.
show is canceled, then no one will, it's over. So here's the deal. Leave me out of it.
No, I know.
He's desperate to get me involved with this somehow, and he's going to use you to get me. I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want my name associated with it. Already I see in today's paper, I'm already associated with it.
I can't. That's another thing I was telling you. How can I control the press? I mean, obviously,
no, that's fine. Just please, give me a break.
As long as it's not you being quoted saying silly stuff, you know,
Right.
you do the best you can.
John, I'm happy for you. I told Gary I'm happy. Anytime you can make a living, I'm happy. Just tell him to get off my back. Right, Robin?
That's right.
Robin might be crazy, but she knows that. I believe you're sane now. I believe you were sane then.
No. Don't even bother to try because you said to me once,
yes,
you can never change. If anything, whatever.
I'm still waiting. You know what? That's true. You're
still the same person.
You have been behaving better. But I still don't think you've changed.
You're waiting for the real Robin to come out.
Right, the real Robin was just bursting.
You know what it is? It's like waiting for the fat Oprah to come back.
Now,
that's right.
But now instead of Robin yelling at us, now she plays she has like a torture game she plays.
Well, that's you. Anybody would torture you.
No, but you guys.
That's sanity.
Can I tell him how you?
That might be the first indication you're sane.
Can I tell him how you tortured me the last time?
I don't torture you.
She does. She really does torture him. She really tortures him.
Please, can I tell him?
Not only does she torture him, I think it's the thing she enjoys most.
Right.
It is. Howard, me and Robin go to a movie, right? Right before the movie starts, he goes, "You know something, John? I got to tell you something. You did something today that in front of superiors that could someday, make you a lot of money. That is just you just blew it. You really blew it." So I go, "All right, well, tell me what it is." She goes, "I don't even want to tell you." So the movie starts. We're sitting in the movie. I'm going, the whole movie. I'm going, what the hell did I do?
Right.
What did I do? This is what she loves. I think I got to offer emotional advice.
Here's my favorite.
Who's to say what's crazy, really?
John calls Robin up one day because they are friends to ask her a piece of advice.
Right.
Robin yells at him for 10 minutes about if John was a good friend. She's busy writing a book, damn it. And if John was a good friend, how dare he be bothering her with this dopey stuff?
Yeah. Yelled at me.
You don't
See,
know.
I'm telling you still might be crazy.
No, let me explain to you what John is like.
Right.
John calls me up. I say, John, I'm really busy.
No, you don't say
This will only take a minute, he says.
Right.
20 minutes later, after he explains his convoluted life, I tell him, this is the same, he does the same, he makes the same mistake over and over again.
Right.
I tell him the same thing over and over again.
But he doesn't listen.
He never listens.
That's not true.
And
The point is, I say hello and
having the
I
conversation.
say hi and she's yelling immediately. It's not it ain't like you sit through 20 minutes of discussion.
Yeah,
I call you and you go, I am.
It could be
9 o'clock.
See, but no one's going to believe you anymore after this book comes out.
9 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
No, you're such a liar. It was 11:30.
Oh, you lie.
I swear to God.
See, no one's going to. But after this book comes out, no one's going to know if you're seeing things realistically.
I dropped that. It was past 11 o'clock. I made sure of it. I checked the clock. And then
I don't. You know what? I just realized I don't care about any of this.
Okay, I'm just telling you. I just think you should.
All right, please leave me alone. That's what you two do in your spare time is up to you.
I'm just saying. I still believe she's crazy.
Right? Yeah, and you're not.
I didn't say I was, but I never said I was cured.
All right. Well, we'll see. Everyone's still waiting.
You keep waiting.
But I think everyone will enjoy this read.
So my last question was going to be:
is it masturbation material or what?
No. It's not that kind of book. It's not a dirty book, but there are scenes in it that you will. Is
the refrigerator scene in there?
No, I haven't gotten to that yet.
No, it's not in there.
Oh, that's not.
Right.
Would Big Blackie read this book and get off on it?
No.
No, it's not that kind of book.
Not that kind of
It's more an odyssey.
An odyssey.
Yeah, it's my Iliad.
Yeah. All right, listen, I haven't taken a commercial break, and I really have to. All right? Good luck to everybody. That's all I'm saying. Everyone's in it for themselves. Now, I'm nervous. But I enjoyed it very much, and you know that, and I've told you that. And there isn't a person on the planet who won't enjoy it. I guarantee you.
I love the way Robin looks at you when you say, yes, I enjoyed it.
She knows how I feel
skeptical,
about it.
Very skeptical.
We've talked about it off the air.
Okay.
It should be serialized in High Times. I was thinking about it. I'm going to contact them for you.
That's the group.
Yes.
That's the magazine I should go to.
All right, listen. I didn't even mean to get into it because I told you I think we should save the hype. This was the danger of you showing it to me early.
Well, all I said was I was working.
Yes.
I think people are lined up at the bookstore.
They're going to be sleeping there.
Just sell it a page at a time.
There you go.
Here, how much you give me for this page?
Right. All right, let's take a break. Everybody calm down. Everyone's obviously excited.
I'm very upset with you now.
Yeah, you should be real upset. You should be counting your money. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
642 at the Eagle. It's 645 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. Let's return to The Howard Stern Show.
Hey, you got to remember something, Robin. Oh, am I on? Oh, you mean I don't have to do a commercial here? Okay.
Oh.
Gary was reading the Faye Resnick book. That's the woman who, was with Nicole Simpson.
Yeah, Nicole's best friend or something.
And Gary said it's a pretty interesting book because, Faye Resnick gets it on with Nicole Simpson, but Faye Resnick paints herself to be, like a normal person, and yet, she goes through 4 husbands. She's in and out of rehab,
And then she paints herself that by the end of right before Nicole gets killed, Nicole and OJ are calling her, 30 times a day, and neither one of their lives can function without Faye Resnick.
They're both leaning on her heavily.
Yeah, that's where the story gets a little bit offbeat. Hey, someone told me the E! Show. Who just told me that?
John.
Yeah, Stuttering John said the E! Show last night was real good with Nina, the hot dog girl.
Stuttering Nina.
Yeah, Stuttering Nina. And I think that's part 2 tonight, right?
Is it a 2-parter?
I think it's a 2-parter.
Oh,
it should be.
Oh,
it
right.
certainly should be.
Right, because you had her getting naked, and then you had that
the
woman
fight.
call, the fight.
Yeah, and the fight. Probably the fight tonight.
Yeah.
Stuttering Nina tonight. Part 2.
Versus Binky.
Yeah, Binky versus Stuttering Nina, the 2 hot dog girls in bikinis. He said it was real funny. What did John tell me? He uses a friend of his to gauge the reaction. I gotta pass some wind.
Go.
Should I do it on mic? What do you think?
Well, it's 1995. You haven't done that yet.
You know I am a genius. Never done this on camera before.
You haven't? Oh. False alarm.
That's not an indication.
What do you mean? That was something. You know what? I got nervous. I'd never done it on TV before.
You choked.
I don't mind doing it in front of you guys, but there's like 30 people watch that TV show. Okay. So,
but you are a genius. I know when I was writing the book, you go through our entire radio careers, and I think about all the things you've innovated.
Thank you, Robin.
Really quite incredible.
Let me just say something. If you could have written that on every page, I might have appreciated that somewhat. No, actually, thank you. I do appreciate that. What?
He hasn't even read the book, and he's going right along with you. I am crazy.
That's what it took.
That's what it took.
Look, I sat down with Jackie. Jackie is so self-absorbed. You know how I talk to everybody?
Jackie is so self-absorbed.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Jackie is so self-absorbed.
So you're never going to be able to even goof on anybody anymore. Don't put out the book. You're right. What?
Looking at my story, I'm self-absorbed.
And all Jackie could say was, I didn't notice anything.
I know. You were acting wacky, and he's like, you seem fine to me.
I never noticed anything.
Yeah. Fine to me. Those big jugs. That's all he noticed. They seem fine.
That was his answer.
Well, that's why you got to love him.
Really?
That's the beauty of hanging with Jackie. If you want introspection and stuff like that, that could get really on your nerves that you're with Jackie. But if you just want to have a guy who doesn't, evaluate anything,
right? Just
you go with him and he's fine.
Let's sit down and give her a material.
Siobhan was normal to Jackie.
That's right.
Guy was going through a sex change operation. Jackie's inviting him over for dinner.
Compared to Robin.
Jackie was the only one I didn't have a problem with.
Jackie never judged you. Very good. Hey. All right, enough with the book because you'll burn it out and then nothing will happen.
Do you want to talk about those people out in the lobby?
Yeah, well, unfortunately you did it already, but all right, we'll try to recapture that.
Well, that guy, there's this guy that comes up all the time that brings naked women. His name is Lee.
This is the only way of getting on the show. Lee is like one of these guys who...
I don't know why he enjoys it, because it never works into anything for him in terms of, being a guest on the show and getting a lot of airtime.
Well, I'll tell you what it works into for him. Every time he comes on, Howard says, what do you do again? And he says, I'm a videographer. He makes video packages for these girls, and he gives out his phone number.
Oh, is that what he gets out of it?
Tons of calls.
Oh, does he?
And I don't think just for work.
You're kidding.
I think he's turning it into more. But anyway, he's always trying to bring girls up, and I said,
Lee's kind of like one of these guys, I don't know exactly what his profession is, but it's bordering on something bizarre.
One of these days he's going to have to get a real job. Right now he is able to eat.
Yeah,
doing these wacky things.
His job apparently is he takes his video camera,
a home video camera,
and he shoots he shoots videos of girls getting naked so that they can send it out to like modeling agencies.
But what kind of modeling agency needs his video?
I don't know.
Adult entertainment modeling agency.
Oh, you mean
porno?
Right, porno. Ralph, do you have information that you can add to this story?
Yes, I do. I've seen him at the Limelight.
Oh, what does he do?
He just hangs around, and I just see him with girls, and
hot girls.
Yeah, some cute girls, and he doesn't really do anything. He just sits around and.
He doesn't dance or anything.
No, he just kind of works the room or works the girls or something. I'm not really.
I think he talks women into being impressed by him by that he does something that he doesn't do. He has a card and hey, I'm a videographer and I could do a package for you and I could send it to people I know.
But he really does do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it too.
And
anybody could do it with
then why don't we start a little company?
Yeah, Ralph, why haven't you?
Yeah, why don't you get in on it? I can't believe you don't get into this.
I can't believe Ralph isn't nearly as sleazy as he could be.
All right.
I think I would be. I'd just do it now. Ralph.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so that's what Lee does? He hangs around the Limelight with these girls?
Yeah, and other clubs.
Hey, but at least he's worked it into getting girls and stuff. I don't know if he actually gets them, but he's around them anyway. And he sees a lot of naked girls.
I've never seen him, intertwined with anybody. I don't know if, he's actually...
Worked it into...
into actual sex.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to find out.
Okay, thanks, Ralph.
Sure, man. Anytime.
So anyway, there's a lobby full of girls out there.
So Lee got a whole bunch of girls up here, but these girls all don't... What is it? What do you want?
There's one girl who's out there with him is real. I just walked out there to say, I popped my head out to say hi to Lee, and she's just really angry, and I think she's really drunk.
Yeah.
Why is she angry?
Because she doesn't know why she's here.
Lee just brought her up to the station?
I think Lee gets everybody in a car.
What, does he get them drunk and just bring them up here?
They work at an adult entertainment club, right? She said, the owner of the club said this was all set up. We're coming down for an interview. So I said, are you willing to what do you do? She said, I'm a penthouse pet. So what else do you do? I'm a dancer. I said, are you willing to get naked for Howard? She said, absolutely not. I said, well, who wants to talk to somebody with their clothes on?
Yeah.
And then she started yelling at me, it's radio, for God's sake.
Yeah, so who cares? For us, we like to see naked girls.
But you understand, the problem you always have with these girls is they think, when you go to the club, all guys worship them.
Yeah, they think they're interesting.
So they think that we need them to run the show and that we're expecting them.
That's the problem of being a really beautiful woman. Guys give you this delusional view of your world. I mean, because guys are constantly telling you how great you are, how funny you are, how witty you are. Meanwhile, they're all, most of them have bad personalities.
But this is how it works, right? Here, we're sitting here, should we let these girls in or not? And in her mind, she's like, I can't believe I'm doing these guys such a big favor by getting up so early and going down there and helping their show. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
That's how she's thinking.
Well, I've heard some of them say, look, remember I got up early?
Well, so did we.
That's supposed to be a big deal, and now you owe them the world.
She's sitting out there. She's really angry that she has to wait. She expects to be ushered right in.
Oh, really? Oh, ask her if let's put her in the laughing stock and teach her a lesson. I've got this cool thing I sent away from California. You put the girl in this big wooden chair, and you bolt her into it, and then you can do stuff to her, like tickle her and junk.
Bring that thing in. He won't
so,
even fit in the studio.
I know.
It's so evil looking. The owner's assistant told me to get it out of the hall.
Yeah, we're not allowed to. Listen to this. We're not allowed to keep it in the hall, the laughing stock, because it looks evil.
Oh, it does?
It looks like we're up to something bad.
It's got all weird writing. It says Howard Stern World Tickling Association.
Yeah, why did he write all over it? I didn't ask him to do that.
And he says that in the plans that he was going to write all that stuff.
You didn't notice that.
I didn't really look over the plans carefully.
You looked right to the stock, past the, the cosmetics.
Because I mean, the writing isn't even great. It isn't well done.
I think he burned it in.
It's burned in with like a match.
Yeah.
Well, where's Lee and where's this girl?
There's like 5 people out there. You want to bring in Lee and the angry girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the penthouse girl left.
She did?
Yeah, she got on the other.
Was she angry?
She was the good angry girl.
Oh.
But the other one's drunk and angry too.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Not that hot either.
The penthouse girl just left because she wasn't brought right in.
She got right on the elevator and ran out.
Why would somebody think that I'd want to interview them?
Meanwhile, she's been up all night with him and everything, and she wouldn't just hang for 2 minutes to find out what the deal was.
But she's a big star, I guess. Yeah. Everybody knows who she is.
Lee misrepresented to her what would happen here.
Lee having a hard time with his girls.
His gaggle.
His gaggle of beauty.
You know what he did? He tried to up the ante. Most of the girls he's brought in have been pretty average.
Yeah.
And this time he tried to go a cut above.
Yeah, and look, it backfired.
Right. He just got out of his element.
He should have just brought in slobs.
Usual scrags.
And maybe I could talk one of them into getting into the laughing stock.
Oh, well, we might as well use it now that you paid all that money.
I paid like $400, and then they hit me up for another $100 to get it delivered.
Where are you going to put it?
Hey, Lee, how you doing, man?
Don't let that give me a hard time. Come on in.
Come on in, honey.
You're the best. Stand right here and act like you were acting 5 seconds ago.
Oh, now she's all delightful.
Right, because she's on the air.
No, she got charmed.
Hey, Lee, you stand over there.
Yeah, just have her stand in the back.
Yeah, hi. Don't block my camera, please. I hate where that camera is.
Yeah, because nobody knows where it is.
Camera blind here.
Lee, what's going on here? What happened? You got these girls? What?
Dude, I had this penthouse pet. She just bailed in the elevator.
Well, why'd she do that?
She was telling, because Gary came out and said, if Howard asks you to take your top off, get naked, will you? You know, and she was like, no. It was all confirmed before, you know.
Swear you had gone over this with her.
I swear. She'll tell you. She's the only straight one.
Now, who are you?
This is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Did I not say naked, laughing stock, whole 9 yards?
Oh, you explained it to the girls, and then the penthouse pet backed out.
She got. Gary said it. She was like offended, like she'd never been naked before for 100 people.
I'm sorry, what?
Come on, talk on the microphone.
Oh, the strippers have no concept that like you talk into a microphone or anything.
Excuse me?
Are you a stripper?
Yes, I am.
Well, you have a concept in the microphone, but the other one doesn't.
Okay, well, don't say all strippers don't have a concept of a microphone then.
Well, they kind of. Are you drinking? Have you been drinking? I smell it.
You can smell it?
Yeah.
We're like 5 feet away. You can smell it?
I can smell it.
Okay, well, that's fine.
What have you been drinking?
The wrong thing.
What have you been drinking?
I have Coke.
Some strawberry something.
What have you been drinking?
How many beers have you had?
2.
2 beers?
Strawberry mudslide.
That's all? Just 2 beers?
Yeah, 2 beers. Must be a Dentine moment or something. You know?
2 beers make you slur your words like that?
She was drinking these strawberry things. And
I had
like
braces when I was young. I'm sorry, you know.
So, Lee, what's the bottom line here with these girls?
No, I figured
what's going on today? Hey, any of you girls want to get into my laughing stock?
They do. Well,
sure.
I can't speak for them.
And what, were you all angry out in the hall?
No, I wasn't angry. They were all angry. I was happy.
Howard, we have a videotape. She's yelling at Stuttering John.
Oh,
why?
She was bitter.
I was not studying her.
Yeah.
What?
Definitely.
Oh, boy.
Why were you yelling?
Naked.
Why are you?
I didn't say that.
Right.
Why were you yelling?
How do you have to? Why do you have to get naked on a radio show?
What?
Why do you have to get naked on a radio show? Who's going to see us?
I'm going to see you.
But that's not the point.
Well, that's the point for me.
Well, the point for you is that I'm okay. The point for you is that you want to see me naked. The point for me is to get a charge. I'm going to charge you to see me naked.
Yeah. No. How about I charge you? How about I throw you right out of here?
You could do that too.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Who cares? I'm not going to put you on the radio then and make you famous. Bye.
Oh, those headphones are right back on.
What's the matter? How come you didn't leave? Don't tell me how you're going to charge me. Darling, you're not going to charge me anything. I don't have to pay you.
Okay, we have an agreement.
We have an agreement. There's some negotiation.
What? You want a freebie show.
I don't want anything from you. I didn't ask you to come down here.
No, he did.
I don't care who asked you to. Did I ask Lee? I didn't ask Lee to come down here.
Naked for you, but we found that out afterwards.
You don't have to get naked for anybody, my darling.
Oh well, thank you.
I'm not that horny that I have to see you naked. You're not that great. You're not that great that I have to pay you to see you naked.
No,
I mean, what is
I'm not
this?
that great.
What?
No, you're right. I'm not that great.
You're not that great.
I'm that good.
What?
I'm that good.
I mean, what are you insulting me for? I didn't invite you down.
I'm not insulting you. I'm insulting Lee. Listen to what I'm saying.
I know, you sound like you're insulting me.
No, Lee said we had to get naked in front of you.
Yeah, so get naked.
Why?
Get naked. Wait, because Lee said so.
Because Lee said so. It's your show. You tell me.
All right, you get naked.
And, okay, will you get naked with me?
No. Why would I get naked? I'm not a stripper.
I'm not a stripper either. I'm a dancer.
All right, but I'm not a dancer. What is this? What is, Lee, what's going on here?
I'm not going to get naked.
I'm sorry, man.
Where do you find these girls?
This is going as badly as the baseball negotiations.
This is like the baseball negotiations. What is this?
Pat left.
I don't care.
Shut up.
The penthouse pet was the angriest
She's pretty cute. Now, I like her.
Tired.
Who's that girl behind you, Lee?
That's Carrie. That's my girlfriend.
Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Are you a dancer?
What? No, she was a waitress.
Yes, I'm a dancer.
Are you really?
No, not really.
And you're real hot, and you seem to have a nice personality.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, not like your friend here.
I'll give her
Friend's
that.
really, really nasty.
I just think she likes that.
No, honest. I do like it. You're right. Yeah, that's it.
Howard?
I do
What?
like you, Howard.
My friend was saying that
Howard,
she's dumb.
Howard.
She's not stupid. It's different. That's what she's telling me.
Are you dumb?
Repeated.
No,
Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid either.
I see.
See, this is my philosophy.
Hey, which one of you girls
I'm not
wants
always
to...
right,
Right.
but I'm never wrong.
All right, listen, you know what? You girls have nice bodies, and you have a lot of guys kissing your ass, but I don't know about you. I haven't heard your personality yet.
Well, you did.
But you're obnoxious. No, you're obnoxious. You have a personality that's obnoxious, but you get away with it because you got a good body. You understand?
No.
Guys are willing to put up with it. If you were ugly, guys wouldn't even talk to you the way you're acting, the way you're behaving.
I'm pretty? Are you telling me I'm pretty?
In the girls I see, you're just okay.
Okay, but you're
I see the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah.
You understand? There are people 20 times better looking than you that come into this studio and take their clothes off. That's right.
That's right.
So in your world, though, in that bar or whatever it is, you take your clothes off, guys are going nuts for you. They're going nuts for you.
Sure.
I don't have to go nuts for you. I don't have to go nuts for anyone. I'm married.
I didn't ask you to either.
That's right. I'm not one of these low class dudes that sit there and pay to see women naked.
Absolutely. Now let's get into that.
That's right, honey. So don't come in here and tell me something. I don't care.
I don't either.
I don't need this aggravation.
I
come to work. I try to have some fun.
There you go.
That's right.
Okay.
I bring him out. I try to have
drop
some
your
fun.
drawers while
No, I'm not. You're so
my
silly.
boobs?
No, I don't even want to see your boobs. That's enough. I'm done with your boobs. Let me talk to your friend. You be quiet. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay.
Thanks to your personality, I might never get another erection. I'm telling you.
You know what?
I want to have a woman.
That might be a good thing.
If I want a woman yelling at me, I'll go home. I mean, be a little sensuous, for God's sake.
I'm not yelling.
All drunk and everything. Are you drunk?
No.
Be honest.
Do the test.
Do the test.
On her.
Do the test. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Put your arms all the way out at your side. And you can't open up.
And
touch my nose. Tilt your head back.
Tilt your head back. Tilt your head back. Now touch your...
I'm going to lose my headphones.
Don't worry about your headphones.
Okay.
All right. Close your eyes. Tilt your head all the way back.
Yeah. What?
Take the
headphones off.
Okay.
Tilt your head a little bit. And now touch the tip of your nose.
With finger.
Any finger.
Again?
Again?
The other hand.
Other hand. See,
you missed.
Do it continually.
You missed.
Do it like
that. Missed.
All right, look.
I did good.
All right, maybe we got off to a bad start.
Do the ABCs backwards.
Say the ABCs. All right, I'm going to give you another test.
Happy New Year.
Say the ABCs backwards. Quickly.
God.
Go ahead.
I can't do that. Z.
Go ahead.
Y. X. I can't do W.
Nope. I can't do that either. I can't do it. I've been sober for 20 years. All right. So you're not drunk.
I got close.
All right, you're not drunk.
I tried. You do.
All right, which one of you girls wants to get locked up in my stock and then have me tickle you while you're in bikinis?
What kind of stock?
A laughing stock.
Laughing stock.
What's a laughing stock?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Oh, just like accept it and go with it?
Yeah. Well, your friend looks kind of adventurous.
Yeah.
It turns you on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Come over here. Get to this microphone.
Come here.
Come here.
Definitely her games.
No, you're the adventurous one.
Here's what I do.
Yes. Oh, come on, you're the adventurous one.
I lock you up in a laughing stock, and then I do stuff to you.
Wait, can I tickle her
and
too?
You're totally, and
Can I
you're
watch?
totally in bondage.
Can I watch?
I gotta try this thing. I sent all the way from California for it.
Can I watch? If I talk her into it, can I watch?
Experiments on me.
Want to be locked up in it?
Like a guinea pig now?
Want to be locked up in it?
No.
You don't want to do it?
I'll do it.
What, are you afraid?
You'll do it?
I'll do it.
What will you wear? You can't wear that.
You said a bikini.
What do you got on, a bra under there? Let me see. Oh, whoa, those are some breast implants. Those look painful. You made them a little too big.
They almost missed.
They barely look real. Holy mackerel.
At 34A, they were definitely missed before then. Now they're like...
Those look painful. That looks like they shoved like a basketball into her chest.
Right, and they just barely got them to go under the part that they're supposed to go.
Yeah. Can you...
But it works. Clothes fit, you know. I could buy actual broad panties that match.
Take a be sure to I see those again. Let me see those things. They don't move. Look at that. They don't even wiggle.
Well.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I hate to say it, but the left.
All right.
Oh, excuse me, I can't say
come
that.
on. How much did you pay for those things?
Enough.
Too much. What are those? Are those saline or...
Saline.
Oh, those are saline.
Concrete.
Yeah, what is it, Ralph?
We got the laughing stock outside. You want to bring it in?
Yeah, bring that thing in.
You might have to take a commercial break.
Yeah, well, I just want to see the girl's reaction when they see it. See, all I'm going to do is lock you up in this thing.
My implants, I guess, will be adjusted once I see this thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
Whatever you say.
Well, of course.
Hey, take a look. Here it comes. Here comes the laughing stock. Look at the thing. It's just a giant wooden chaise lounge where you lock everyone up. Look at that thing.
Oh, wow.
You want to go in there?
Sure.
Yeah?
Well, it's got a pad, so we're all set.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll take a commercial break.
So, am I laughing or are you laughing?
No, I'm going to lock you into it and do stuff to you.
No, you said it's a laughing stock.
Yeah, I make you laugh. Once I lock you into it, I make you laugh.
You're going to make me laugh.
Yeah, but you better go change your outfit.
How do you know if she's ticklish? You ticklish?
Are you ticklish?
It's a laughing stock. He has to find that out.
I don't know that I even want to touch her. She might bite me.
There's a tickle thing in there where you can just use it.
All right. Here's what I want you to do. During the commercial, what's your name?
Kimberly.
All right, Kimberly. Yeah. I mean, what's your real name? Okay. Kimberly. Is it really? All right, Kimberly, here's what I want you to do. How old are you?
Concept, huh?
How old are you?
None of your business. Okay. I have been plans. My name's Kimberly. That's all you need to know.
All right, here's what I want you to do.
Other questions?
There's a choice. We have a bunch of outfits for you to change into.
Okay.
You know, lingerie, various things.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off. You know, get your feet ready. You'll get into the laughing stock. When you come in here, you'll present yourself in your new outfit, okay? All right?
Sure.
All right. Let me take a break.
Now,
I can't wait to try this. What?
Do you have an outfit that looks like you?
Sure. What is she saying?
An outfit that looks like you. I
Yeah, I have an outfit that looks like me. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
let's see. Ralph, give her some outfits. I'll
Go
get you
dress
something.
her.
We'll go dress her so guys will be into her. And Blondie, you get an outfit too, believe me. Yeah, you get in an outfit too.
Wouldn't you want to get in the laughing stock? You're going to have some fun.
I'd rather get you in the laughing stock. Your friend here doesn't look like a barrel of laughs. That's all right. Take it.
You too.
I'll take it easy. Maybe when you change, I'll be more into you.
You don't have to be into me.
What are you wearing? You wearing panties?
Panties.
Plain pants. Let me see the rest of your body.
When I change this.
All right, okay. All right, take it easy. Get them a few beers.
I am a bitch.
I want to tickle you in the mouth you vomit.
They have beers with them, don't worry.
Oh, they have beers with them? All right, so go out and change into outfits, girls.
Yes.
Yeah, go out and change into outfits, and then I'll see you when you get back.
Are you changing?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, go change into an outfit. Go change into an outfit.
She just walked by.
All right, I'm going to tickle that broad, even though I don't want to touch her.
I don't know if
Lee,
you can
where did
feel.
I know this is your way of getting on the show,
I'm sorry.
but where'd you dig these broads up from?
I knew him for a while. I ran into him tonight.
Did you ever do a video on them?
No, I never did.
No?
No.
I think this is your
Dude,
worst
I
crop
had
yet.
a penthouse girl here. She got in the elevator and just took off.
How do you say penthouse?
Penthouse.
penthouse. I don't know. He says something.
How do you say?
I don't know. I got to take a break. All right, so this you scrape the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, are you
bottom? I'm drunk. All right, I'll get these broads in the laughing stock. See if I can't get them laughing.
That one girl's comedy.
What?
That one girl is comedy. No?
Don't let me worry what's comedy. You just sit there.
You start producing the show.
Yeah, you just go out and get more bad tattoos. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
We'll be right back with a potential Cable Ace Award winner and eventual movie star, Howard Stern. Listen fast. It's the soon-to-leave radio, Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's it, Scott. I'm over here by the laughing stock.
Oh, because I don't even see you. I was wondering. Oh, there you are.
There I am. Did you confuse me with Scott?
I was looking at the top of that hat.
Scott the engineer is working in my chair, Robin, and I'm over here by the laughing stock area. This is our new device that we just got. It's a giant wooden chair. Looks like a chaise lounge. And then you lock a woman's feet in it. And then you bolt her hands down.
Looks like a great big beach chair.
Yeah, we ordered it from California. Paid full price.
Holes in it for your feet.
Yes. Now, what's the deal on the holes, though? There's like a whole bunch of different kind of holes.
I thought that the holes were for different sized legs, but they're not any different, are they?
No. Either you can have the person put their legs close together or far apart.
I'm going to go with far apart.
I was with you on that one. Now, we lost one, Howard.
What happened?
The blonde is definitely out.
She doesn't want to do it?
She's completely freaked out.
So what about the other one?
She right now you can talk her into anything.
All right, cool.
I just gave her a beer. She's very happy.
Very happy. Hey, where's that little brush I could tickle her feet?
It's right over here. Right behind you. There we go.
This will look really sick on TV. This chair looks like a dungeon. All right, well, let's bring her in. What is she wearing? What did you change her into?
She's wearing jeans and a bikini top. But hopefully
jeans?
We're trying to get her pants off, but, You know
what? I'm going to throw them out of here, I think. Lee, where did you grab these girls from?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to come down here, make sure everybody's... Wait, you don't tell them what's going to happen?
I told them what was going to
happen.
He doesn't have a mic.
Think fast, Gary.
I told them what was going to happen. I did. I mean, in detail. Tickling, nakedness, everything.
And then what, they didn't believe you?
Oh, I'll tell you something. The blonde was like, I'll get topless, I don't want to get naked, blah, blah, blah. But the penthouse girl that bailed and the girl that's here now was like full on into it.
All right. Okay, well, let's just...
They were, man. And the blonde will testify for me.
Because I got a paraplegic...
She's the only sober one.
I got a paraplegic out there waiting to get on.
Judge Ito. Lee's ready to go on trial.
Yeah, right.
No, but I look
Joanna, I will allow the DNA evidence. All right, listen, never mind all that. Let's get her in here. I'm dying to try this thing out. Otherwise, I would have thrown these girls and you out of here, Lee.
This is Kimberly.
You know what? He can take that thing and beat you with it, Lee.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you with my brush. This is my tickle brush, Robin.
Yes, look at that.
Robin,
do you think that'll really be ticklish?
Yeah, evidently it's supposed to work. I got this from the tickling place in California.
Oh, so it's...
Yeah, it's been tested. Hey, Jackie, you get in. I'll tickle you. Forget it. All right. Hey, where is this Kimberly?
Kimberly.
Otherwise, I got to throw you out of here, Lee. I can't wait. Maybe I should... You know what? Maybe she's the wrong person to break in the laughing stock with.
I don't know.
She's not very cooperative.
Oh, here she is. Come on in here, Kimberly.
Oh, she looks good.
Let me see. Let me see if you look good. Wow. Hey, you do look pretty good. See, now you look better.
Oh, thanks.
You got a good body on you. Let's see. Turn around. All right, well, yeah, you look pretty good.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, now sit down in the laughing stock. Now.
Jackie's laughing.
Yeah, it's making us laugh.
Gary. Now, here, you have to put a foot here and a foot there. What?
Nothing.
Put your feet in the laughing stock. Very good. How's that feel? Comfy?
Very comfy.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm ready to be tickled.
Okay. Hey, the laughing stock is,
laughable.
Gary, how are you managing the laughing stock?
So well. I'm learning.
You're learning. This is our virgin try on the laughing stock.
Did that come with the engraving on it?
Yeah.
Are you okay like this? Is this all right? Like that?
Are you comfortable?
Yeah, that's fine.
I dig those giant breast implants.
There you go.
I mean, they might not look that real, but who cares?
Okay, she's in.
All right.
There are ropes. Do you want to tie her?
Yeah, now her hands have to be bolted down, don't they? Where are the ropes?
Oh, boy, here we go.
Safety reasons.
For safety reasons, we have to bolt you in.
Because I saw the ropes. They had burnt in.
Kimberly, you ever do any lesbian stuff?
Truth or lie?
The truth.
Yes.
You dig that, huh?
Excuse me?
These might be for them, Gary.
All right, we have to tie you down to the laughing stock. Why don't they have special bolts for the arms? I thought the laughing stock had bolts on the arms.
Now, look, there's a...
Well, they should at least have attached something so you could just do the arms right away without having to wait. And these are makeshift kind of things. You paid $400 for
I
that.
paid $400 for this nonsense. I might ship this thing back.
I'm telling you, I could have made
You
that.
probably just... You're supposed to just nail them into there.
Nail her hands to the chair, please. Yeah, Gary, I think you're supposed to nail those ties.
Oh, boy.
What'd you say? Just watch your language, huh?
Okay.
All right, you're nice and shaved. You're shaved down. You look good.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine, Robin. I'm
No,
very excited.
I mean Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly, how are you feeling?
Constricted.
Now her hands are tied down and bolted in. You know, I feel like David Copperfield doing a trick. Oh, she got out. All right, let me just do her feet then. Because she still can't move, can't she?
That stuff didn't work. Huh?
I was under the impression that it really is only for feet.
No, I think you're wrong. Let me see how ticklish you are, okay? Let me just see.
Oh, boy.
Is that tickle?
No.
Oh, boy. You know where you got to go?
Where?
Well,
all right.
Under there.
No.
No? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me try her feet.
She's not giving you any hints.
I think she's dead. Are you...
Can you get your feet out of there?
I think her feet are...
Hold on her. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, you ready? I'm going to start... I'm going to commence tickling. Get out of here. Ralph's here. All right, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, is she a cold fish?
No, that feels sensuous.
It does?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be laughing.
Laughing?
Well, it's supposed to be... We're trying to tickle you.
Sorry, didn't mean that.
Oh, man, she's like dead. She's dead. Jackie, you try.
A fork, you
Jackie's using a plastic fork on her.
Stabber.
Here, Jackie, remember TVs. Here, just move to the... Here.
Maybe it's the half-inch calluses, Howard.
Yeah. I never seen so many... Like, I was going to touch her foot, but it's, like, full of calluses.
Really?
What happened to you? What happened to your feet?
Yeah.
What, did you grow up in a barn or something?
No.
Well, you're a bad subject.
Feel her hands.
Yeah,
her
look
hands
at this.
Are like that, too.
Oh, this is a real disappointment.
You have to find it. If you're that good, find it.
Find
you
what?
have a ticklish spot.
I know where your ticklish spot is.
You know we got a letter yesterday?
Right behind here.
Yeah.
I know where, right in here.
That's it.
Am I right? Some guy wrote me a letter. He says if you tickle a girl in her pelvis,
and her pelvis,
she'll go absolutely out of her mind. Right?
Licking. I think you use licking, not tickling.
I'm not licking you. I don't know where you've been. All right, well, this is a bomb. The laughing stock did not... Boy, do you stink from booze. You have been drinking all night.
No.
No, really?
Not really.
All right.
Well, that's why she's not reacting.
Look at this. Her foot's just not doing anything. I'm tickling her foot like crazy.
She didn't even know you're there.
Because you're using the wrong thing.
What should I be using?
Let me try.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Lee.
No.
All right, Lee will do it.
I know a ticklish.
Oh, there he goes. Oh. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right.
See, her hands got to be tied.
Right, because he can wriggle out. He can push you away.
You got to tie her hands.
We'll have to modify this.
Now, where'd you tickle her, Lee, exactly? Right there, right here. Yeah. We're here.
Right there. Your tickle is there, too.
Hey, Lee. They put me in the chair. All right.
Okay.
No, you can't do that.
All right, tie her up. Yeah, go ahead. You can't do that.
Come on now.
Okay.
Now you got
We'll
her.
get it going.
Are we done yet?
Don't you want to be tickled?
No.
Yeah, close your top up.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
Oh, she's pouring out of her top. I don't know. The chair is... I guess I'm just not good at it.
Well, first of all, you got to get that arm situation figured out.
Howard, look. See, they left a piece of it off. See?
Yeah, you need the arm thing. All right, Lee, now tickle her and see what happens.
There you go. Wait till she's tight.
My hand's turning blue.
No, don't.
Want me to loosen it?
Constrict her blood flow.
Can you tie one around her neck?
Mighty Joe Young.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
She just tied it so tight her arm fell off. All right, you know what? I've had enough of this.
No, Ralph's got it good. He's going to do the other. Oh, yeah.
All right, here, go ahead.
Oh, he can't move quickly, though. That's only one arm.
Your feet are ticklish? So why was I doing it wrong?
Because you were using that stupid thing there.
Using what thing?
That feather freaking whisk thing.
Jackie, tickle her foot and see if you...
That's it.
Oh, she is ticklish.
Hold still.
She got out of it. She got out of the laughing stock. She just pulled her feet out.
Her feet
Effective. She pulled her feet out of the laughing stock. What kind? I paid $400 for this.
Wait a minute. Time for a little engineering here.
Did Papa Fooey do it wrong?
No.
No, he didn't do it wrong, but let's see if the foot will fit in there with it like this.
No, Jackie.
Yeah. Put it.
Jackie's going to squash her feet in
That's
there.
for toes, okay?
Now get in there. Get in there.
You can't. No, that wasn't in the rules.
Bolt her down. No, it can't be that way.
Ridiculous.
No, that hurts.
That hurts.
It was just an idea.
Now go the other way.
My finger's in here.
Okay, wait.
Get your finger out of there.
Look at this. You know, they don't have this many people at the
Jackie,
space
move to the
center.
side when you work.
Supervises as you're going, okay? If you bought it this way, it has to work that way.
Now try pulling your foot out. Yeah, she gets a woman gets her foot right out.
I thought she could the first time I saw her go in there.
They did.
We need to outline this with some rubber.
You need to put handcuffs on her ankles.
Well, what do you need that stupid
double.
for?
You can't do it double. Not, see, look at all the improvising now.
Shut up and get in there. Tell us what you're doing.
I know how.
How?
After they're in there.
Look, yeah, look at that.
No.
Did this thing come?
Wait a second. They didn't even do this in the historical times. They didn't tell you about.
You got to be bolted in, or else we can't tickle you.
Oh man, these guys are getting serious.
We love doing stuff to girls.
This is like a gang attack.
Yeah, this is like a gang rape.
What are you guys doing?
I'm getting too weirded out
Is
by
she
that.
saying no?
Are you saying no?
No.
Are you saying no or yes?
No, you're what?
Do you want to be in the laughing stock?
Yeah. Do you want to be in the laughing stock or not?
I was already in it. I got out. What the hell more do they want?
All right,
So you want to get out? Get out.
That's enough.
Yeah, because I.
No, we'll get her good. We'll get her good in here.
No, you can't tie me in.
Oh,
Stop.
Stop.
I don't want to tickle her. You know, I don't care.
Wait. Can I put you in this thing?
No, we just finally got you into it, and you're saying you don't want to do it.
I was in and I was out.
All right,
Now
good.
I
All right, you know what? I had enough of you. You're annoying me now. Now you're annoying me.
That's good.
Good.
So I did my job.
It's not a game. She's not supposed to be trying to escape.
Yeah, we want to keep you locked in there and then tickle you.
Well, you didn't do that.
All right. Well, okay, you're right.
We get a second try.
That's not in the contract.
All right, Lee, look, Lee, do me a favor. Don't bring any more women around
Lee, you're
here.
banned.
Let us get our own women,
Yeah,
okay?
just ban him.
I'm fully.
from now
You're
on.
banned from the show. How's that?
All right.
What?
Goodbye.
Oh, you know what, Lee? It's you who smells. Not the girl.
They're all drinking.
Everyone's drinking. Jesus, you stink. All right, I want to thank Lee for coming by for his last appearance on the show. And Kimberly, where can we see you strip?
Working at TNA's.
TNA's.
Yes, tomorrow day. And Muncie, New York.
To tickle her a little, see if
Today, stop it. It's Saturday night in Muncie, New York. Come on. Stop. Okay.
See,
On 7559. All right. Okay.
Where's that?
5975. Muncie, New York. TNA's. Be there. Okay.
All right, I had enough. There's something so evil about that chair, isn't there?
Yeah, that it doesn't work.
Yeah. All right.
Mommy, you have to.
All right, good. All right, listen, we got to take a break.
Howard, we just need a few modifications. We can make this work.
Well, it better work. I paid $400 for this.
You have that custom made. What? It shouldn't need
It
modification.
was $300 and $100 shipping.
Right. All right, we're going to take a break.
Something tells me it's the first one they ever made.
They never expected.
She got right out of it. We bolted in her ankles, and she just slipped right out.
These are giants.
Yeah? Hey, Lee, you shut up.
But you had past it.
That's your last appearance, Lee.
But there should be some way to adjust it so that you can adjust it to a person's ankle.
Yeah, but isn't the guy supposed to think about that who sells it to you?
Absolutely. That's why I say you got ripped off.
Yeah. Don't rub it in.
Yeah. You see all these holes?
All right, Lee. You know what, Lee? I've had enough of you.
Go away, Lee. We don't like you anymore.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more of the show right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
728 at The Eagle. This is Brad Baxter. Eagle. It's 7:33 at 97.1 The Eagle.
We're back.
Your area.
The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Can I see your area? Jackie the Jokeman Martland. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Friday night, January 13th, Jackie will be at the Treehouse Comedy Club in Norwalk, Connecticut. For dirty, filthy jokes and information, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Thank you, Jackie. All right, very good. That's Jackie Jokeman.
Jackie Jokeman normal.
We got a bunch of stuff to get to today because, I mean, we got a million things to get to today, but I forgot we booked this woman a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
I thought it was
all about?
Well, remember we were sitting back in the office and this woman wanted to come on the show. She was a paraplegic Playboy Playmate or something.
Oh, yeah.
Am I doing that now?
Yes.
She's here?
How come my hotline's on hold?
That's something different. Don't worry about it.
It's not for me?
It's Carol Leifer. But I don't know.
She wants to tell me about that song?
Hey, I don't know that she's going to talk to you. I think she's going to just tell me about your song.
Okay. Remember I couldn't think of the name of a song yesterday? It was I Alone by Liv.
Okay.
Or Live.
Live.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know the name of the band. Carol Leifer knew what I was talking about.
Never suspected her to be a Live fan.
Hey, does she know Gary Shanley? Hey, Carol, you know Gary Shanley? It's Howard, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
Sure.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Did he break up with that blonde?
You know, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You think they broke up?
I don't know. Somebody told me some cryptic message that maybe they broke up.
Did Letterman ever tell her that he hates himself?
You dated Letterman, right?
No.
Well, she dated Seinfeld.
Right.
But once he got real famous, started dating 17-year-olds.
Well, that's over.
You still talking to Jerry?
Yeah, right on the show.
Oh, is he pining for Shoshana? Did you guys goof on?
Wait a minute. Did you see the day Shoshana came to the set and blew up?
Were you there for that?
No.
Liar. Any tension there between you and Jerry? I mean, the fact that you were once lovers?
No. You know, we've been friends for so long that it's totally cool.
She's Elaine. You know, Elaine in the show is based on her.
Oh, so
That's totally not true.
Well, that's what everyone writes.
So if Carol walks around in junk, she goes, well, this is what Elaine would be doing, and then they write it.
Yeah.
So
they asked her what she did yesterday, and they write it down.
So are you the only female writer on Seinfeld?
No, we have another woman, Marjorie Gross.
Marjorie?
Knows her.
Marjorie Gross?
Yeah, you know Marjorie, right?
I know Marjorie.
Yeah.
Ron's friend?
Right.
How do you know Marjorie?
Yeah, Howard.
Robin, I can't talk about it. No, I know Marjorie. Yeah, she's real nice.
Yeah, she's funny.
I wouldn't know if she's funny, but I know she's nice. You know, if another comic dated a 17-year-old, you and Jerry would have goofed on them.
Field day.
You would have had a field day.
You think so?
Oh, of course.
You would have written a whole show around it.
Of course.
I even read now that Jerry has had somebody go through his house, you know, some of his assistants, go through the house and clean out all of Shoshana's things, so he's not reminded of it.
Shoshana-proof the place?
Yeah.
Shoshana-proof it. So, Carol, were you involved with any of all that nonsense? I mean, did you actually meet Shoshana?
Yeah.
She used to come by and stuff?
Yeah, she
and
was
how did
his
you
girlfriend.
talk to her?
And would you hello?
Did you play Barbies?
Were you come on, and don't tell me it wasn't funny. You know, Jerry has no sense of humor about it. He won't talk to me because I goofed on it. Can you imagine?
Well, you know, you did go to town on it a little bit.
Oh, big
we
deal.
do that with everything.
Oh, you mean Jerry we're not supposed to make fun of?
I think what Carol's saying is there's goofing and then there's shooting a video with a Jerry lookalike.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone too far. I mean, it wasn't like we attacked. I mean, he was dating a 17-year-old. That's not funny.
Well, she's 19.
Now.
Well, when they met briefly for a moment, she was 17.
Oh, excuse me.
But, you know,
Name someone on that show who didn't goof on it behind his back. Name someone.
Look, he was very happy. He had a great
I'm not
time
saying
with
he
her.
wasn't. I would love to have a great time with her, but how can I not goof on it?
that he was going to have a good time.
So what happened? He asked her to marry her, and then she said okay, and then when he said, let's sign a prenuptial, she freaked out. What'd she expect? If I was her, I'd sign the prenuptial. Why not? So Jerry will take care of her for a while, and the prenuptial will probably guarantee her $2 or $3 mil.
Well, I don't know what happened, but...
Should have let me negotiate it. They should have come on here. I would have negotiated it. I don't think she was thinking clearly. So was it the best sex he ever had, or you didn't know?
I wasn't privy to that.
Or were you the best sex he ever had?
Oh, he never talked to you about his...
Well, besides me, I would say, no, I don't know.
Hey, tell Jerry we should bury the hatchet. He should call in.
All right, I'd pass that along.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I miss you guys together.
Yeah, it was always fun.
Sure.
Who are these people making jokes about being Shoshana?
He could never come back on because he doesn't want to talk. You know you won't be able not to talk about Shoshana.
Right.
And he's never going to want to talk about it.
It'll take another year, because right now it's like, hey, he still had deep feelings for her. And then in a year when he's got
deep feelings,
he has some new playground. Then
he's got a new playground already. Isn't that right, Carol?
I'm unaware.
They should write an episode of Seinfeld where he dates a 7.
Carol's like at the Watergate hearing.
I know. Was Shoshana really that cute? I didn't think she was cute. She had big cans, but I don't think she was that cute.
She's very cute. Yeah,
she was all right. But, I mean, I would rather go out with models and stuff if I was Jerry.
Jerry had done that.
I guess he got that out of his system. He wanted someone who would really worship him.
Yeah, let's try a real girl, but a real young girl.
You know what? Since you're a writer on that show, you should write an episode of Seinfeld where Jerry actually dates an actual child. like falls in love with a 9-year-old. And it's like so taboo and wrong.
And he has to go ask his buddy what he's really supposed to do.
Yeah.
You mean when you go courting a child?
Yes.
Right.
Is this wrong?
Is it wrong if I have feelings for this 9-year-old? Who's to say it's wrong?
My intentions are good.
That's fine.
No, I think that's the Kelsey Grammer show.
Yeah, right. Now I have to do knock-knock jokes for my girlfriend. So when she used to come on the set and stuff, were you guys like goofing and junk?
No, she's a really nice person, really sweet.
She never questioned you about Jerry's actions on the show and why you guys were constantly writing in girls for him to kiss?
Because I think she was jealous of the girls on the show.
She was very nice to have around. She's very sweet.
Did you ever see them making out on the set?
Yeah, they were often making out on the set.
It's true, I read that.
Hey, they were making out in restaurants. Why not on the set?
Yeah. Jerry's goofy, man. Like, Jerry's one of those comics that thinks everything is funny, everything is, like, stupid, everything, he makes fun of the comics and everything.
He's the one who observes everything.
But when his behavior gets just a trite bit bizarre, you can't goof on it. It's Jerry. It's not funny. It's not funny.
She is not an age. She is a person.
Yeah. Did you see that? She is not an age. She's a person.
He said that?
Yeah. He didn't know what to say. He suddenly became very unfunny around that topic. Started goofing around.
Right, going with it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I always knew he would sort of bail out on my friendship as soon as his show got successful. He just used us to get successful. And then once he got successful, I even told him to his face. I said, "You'll find some reason to be mad at us."
Yeah, we can pull the tape of that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was a success. I think it was, the Janis Ian song.
No, that was so horrible. Big deal. The guy was dating a 17-year-old.
If it was about somebody else, would he have stopped talking to us? No.
Of course. He would have loved it. He would have been right in there with it.
Well, I'd love to see you guys bury the hatchet.
Tell him to get over it. Tell him he's being a baby. I don't even care. It's funnier just being at war with him.
Yeah.
I don't even want to make up.
I know, but recently you had a Best of Stern where he was on, and it was so great when you guys were.
Yeah, because I made him funny. That's all. Is he lying next to you?
Hold on a second.
All right, put him on. Hello, Jerry. Hello. What? Jerry.
I thought we were supposed to be talking to a...
What is it?
What are you doing over Carol's place?
I don't know. I just wanted it. So I took it.
It was the new year. I got weepy, old lang syne.
Made me think of the old comedy club days. And plus, I'm hiding from that young bimbo.
All right, put Carol back on. Carol?
Yes.
Hi.
I think you're supposed to be talking to a paralyzed woman.
Yeah, we got a paralyzed woman out there.
Carol.
Isn't that song good, though, that song, I Alone?
Yeah, so I called you yesterday to leave a message.
Yeah, thanks.
And I thought I'd call you.
I got it. I'll play it.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right, I hope you...
Does Jerry ever talk about the fact that, like, does anyone ever bring up the fact that he's not talking to me? Did you guys ever talk about it?
No, we haven't talked about it, but...
Never? Not even when it first happened?
Tell the truth.
No.
No, you won't tell the truth?
You did talk to him about it, right? Hey, tell Jerry I have a paralyzed broad if he wants one. He hasn't had that yet.
You know, I'll pass that along.
I've got a former Playboy playmate waiting out there who's now paralyzed.
Now, she was paralyzed when she was in Playboy.
Yeah.
Right.
Really?
And her boyfriend's here. He's going to tell us how he moves her legs around and stuff.
Oh, dear.
She's like a real proponent of like handicapped people, so she wrote to Playboy and said, "How come you never have, paraplegics?"
Now, why didn't it occur to them to put paraplegics in the magazine?
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's every guy's dream.
That's for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You dating anyone?
No. Mm-mm.
Say.
I have my work.
Someone told me you were seeing Arsenio.
Arsenio?
Just kidding. All right.
Okay.
I'll speak to you, Carol.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Carol Leifer, the great comic.
And writer.
Real funny. Used to date Jerry Seinfeld when, that's about... Well, before he could get models and junk.
Before he became famous.
Right.
Why don't you say that?
Yeah. That's who he got.
Before he was Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, before he was Jerry Seinfeld.
She got Seinfeld before he was Seinfeld.
Right. Where's the paralyzed broad?
Whenever you're ready.
The paralyzed broad. Very good.
Are you ready for it now?
You know Frank Sinatra was my idol, and I try to talk like him every time. Where's the broads? Well, maybe I should take a break and then bring in the paralyzed girl.
Yeah.
She's been waiting patiently through tickling and Carol.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
She's been out there all that time?
Well, we were backed up with some pretty important stuff. We were testing out the laughing stock. All right, we'll be back right after these words, and we'll find out what it's like to have sex while you're paralyzed.
Okay.
I figured I could keep her waiting because she can't run away. Is this mic on? I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
97.1 The Eagle. The Hauser Show.
We got this woman,
You don't even know her name?
Ellen Stoll. And she, I don't know how she,
got paralyzed.
But she's paralyzed, and she was in Penthouse.
Now, is she a full quadriplegic or is she a paraplegic?
I don't know anything about her. Other than I saw her in Playboy, and she looked pretty good. It was an old issue. She did it years ago.
But how did she pose? Did they just...
Well, that's what I want to know. I want to know if they just,
moved her,
slung her around.
Because that must have been an interesting shoot.
Let me check you out. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hey, you kept your body in shape, huh? How do you do that if you're paralyzed?
Well, we're going to find out.
Sorry. I'm doing
How you doing? So how'd you get paralyzed?
car accident. Number one.
No seatbelt?
At the time, I had lap belt.
Those lap belt. And that's what probably paralyzed you.
No, actually, it broke loose. I was driving, flipped a corner. I was
The belt broke loose?
Everything. The car crashed. I went flying out the windshield and landed on my head. But had I stayed in the seat, the supporting beam snapped and pierced the driver's seat. So had I been stuck in the driver's seat with the proper belts, I would have had a supporting beam through my head. So
nice dress.
Thank you.
Just looking you over.
All right. See?
Now, your legs are crossed. How'd you cross them? Like, you have to pick them up and move them?
Pick them up and use my hands.
Let me
See, she's a paraplegic.
Oh, you're a paraplegic.
No, I'm actually an incomplete quadriplegic.
And
Quadriplegic simply means that 4 limbs are affected by the initial injury. Para means 2. I was paralyzed from the neck down, but it was incomplete, so I got probably 95% of the function back in my upper body.
Oh, so you must have been happy about that.
Yeah, it's a nice thing when you start, you can't move and you start getting a little bit back.
Although I think the sex would be good if you couldn't move, your legs and arms.
Well, there are guys that are paralyzed from the neck down that can come to orgasm by having their chin stimulated.
Is that right?
Yeah, because the body compensates. You get
Get out of here.
Absolutely, you get
I mean, you're telling me you could rub a guy's chin and he can have an orgasm?
Yeah. Well, orgasms are mental. I mean, orgasms happen in the...
Rub my chin.
I tell you, having a disability, you learn a lot of things about your body. Everybody's rubbing their chin now.
It becomes a sensuous, stimulated area.
Different. like my ears and neck, are...
Oh, you mean you don't feel anything from the waist down?
No, I have sensation, actually. I because of my...
In your area?
I'm hypersensitive there.
In your area?
Yeah.
Really?
Very nice.
What is hypersensitive?
Like you don't know, Rob. I've read your book. What do you mean?
There's a stiff wind and you're happy.
That's right. Really? You're hypersensitive in that area, and yet you have no feeling in your legs.
Yeah, I have touch.
Oh, you do? You can feel
Light
it?
touch is elusive. Deep touch is specific. I can feel deep touch.
Really?
My feet are hypersensitive. The vaginal area is hypersensitive.
Can you say that again?
The vaginal area is hypersensitive.
he applauds that.
It's very nice.
Yeah!
However, for some women who have spinal injury, it's painful. It's so hypersensitive that it's
Really?
So,
I have to get me a paraplegic. Although I made love to her this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, this is weird. I woke up at 2 in the morning, and I'm laying in bed. I went and ate some breakfast, and I came back upstairs and said, maybe I'll lay down for a half hour. Maybe something will happen.
Yeah.
So I'm laying down there, and she's snoring away. So I say, would you stop snoring? And finally, she stopped snoring, but she couldn't get back to bed.
Right.
So I was laying there aroused and messing around with myself a little bit, like I had my hands buried somewhere in my pants. And I was like all aroused and stuff. And then all of a sudden she said, are you up? And I go, yeah. I go, come here and make love to me. Come on, give it to me. I'm so horny. She goes, yeah, I'm horny too.
Oh.
Well, don't forget, the whole time we were on vacation, we only did it once.
Well, I'm glad you two finally had a moment where you were feeling the same way at the same time.
And it was perfect for me because it was like 5 minutes until I had to get ready for work.
Right, so it had to be quick.
So there was no foreplay. And I just said, hop on top of me. I'll lay here like a paralyzed woman.
Oh, no, I don't just lay there. That's a myth.
Well, we'll find out in a second. We'll find out just what you do. You're going to have to show me. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a little too hard in here. A little too cramped, a little too crowded.
Lay down on the floor. Let me see what you do.
No way.
All right, hold on.
I don't like having to get in and out of this chair.
Really? It's hard?
Yeah. It takes a lot of, balance, upper body strength.
You complain too much. It probably isn't that hard.
Oh.
Anyway, listen.
Yeah, you've been today.
I can do it.
You don't know.
I sit all day anyway.
He once did a telethon, and that's exactly what he said. He sat down in one of the wheelchairs.
We should play it for her.
And he said, this isn't so bad.
They invited me on a telethon.
In some ways.
Well, I was working at NBC, and they invited me on a telethon.
I think it was the Easter seal.
Yeah, and I said, look, guys, I really don't want to be on a telethon. You guys don't... NBC did not really understand what I was all about. They go, no, this will change your image. I go, I'm not looking for an image change. In fact, I'm in New York.
I don't think I can maintain it.
I don't think I have an image, quite frankly. I didn't have a bad image, a good image. I think, I was just on it. So this guy, this general manager we had, Dom Fioravanti, insisted that I do it, and, we were trying to be cooperative because things were going so bad there that I just said, well, if I go and do the telethon, maybe they'll get off our ass a little bit.
If I do something for them, maybe they'll do something for us.
Yeah. And, I don't know. So, I go on the telethon, and they hand me a wheelchair.
Yeah, he's supposed to talk about how horrible the wheelchair is for, just think of a little kid confined to this.
What happened was, they put me on overnight.
No, he didn't.
I was the co-host of the telethon with some soap opera star.
Right.
Do you know who it was?
Can't remember now.
Me neither. And she was like every time she'd go on, the phones would all start ringing because she'd say, I have scoliosis of the spine. And, she didn't have any scoliosis of the spine.
She related.
Yeah, it's big deal. I was like, yeah, me too. and then they get me during the commercial, or they have a breakaway to the National. And I go, you don't have scoliosis of the spine. I said, yeah, but I'm not getting the phones to ring. They said, I tell you what, we'll give you a wheelchair. And you can talk about the wheelchair and how painful it is to be in a wheelchair. So I said, okay, cool. All right, but at least you gave me something to do. Yeah. So the camera hits me. The lights are red. And I go, let me show you people something, how bad being handicapped is. I'm going to sit in this wheelchair. I sit down and go, oh, this is nice.
That's good.
And I start wheeling myself around, and I go,
so bad.
I go, why are these people complaining? Why are we here raising money?
I've been on my feet all day. This is great.
Well, they cut away from me.
The telethons suck. I mean, the portrayal of the pity, feel. I mean, everybody's dealing with something. Get over it,
Oh, you're like radical. You're like a radical handicapped person.
I just...
Cool.
So you're
I would say...
to Jerry Lewis and all that?
Everybody's dealing with something.
Oh, come on. Dealing with being paralyzed is a lot more difficult than dealing with, like, a couple of problems.
No, it's relative. It's all relative to what happens in your life.
I guess there's good things about it. You save money on shoes and junk.
Good parking.
Do your shoes ever wear out?
The tops of them, because, pulling my legs and catching them on stuff. But no.
I thought there was an advantage. Like, if you had like those shoes you're wearing, have you had those for, like, 100 years?
Yeah. My shoes, I keep them forever. I mean, they don't wear out bad.
Good for you. See, things aren't that bad. What is it?
You can find the positive.
She was complaining to Ralph. You know, they were sort of talking about stuff, and she was saying that handicapped people through the ages have been portrayed as evil.
Absolutely.
Really?
You know, Captain Hook, all the James Bond
Quasimodo.
movies. All the James Bond movies have some sort of physical deformity.
Ever watched the cartoon The X-Men? He's a hero.
These are new. These are the new ones. I mean, we're beginning to change the media, but historically in the media, people with disabilities have been portrayed as evil, as bitter, as angry, as sexless.
Yeah, FDR was evil.
Yeah, if you want to make somebody a bad person, you give them a limp.
Right.
Do something.
Yeah, absolutely. And that just, I mean, I get like all these different religious groups will chase me down and go,
You've got a pretty good body.
You know, go repent your sins and God will heal you. And
I'm looking at your body. Hey, take off that jacket. Let me see. Let me see if I can get worked up over you.
Take out the jacket.
I kind of find the chair. I think I'd have sex with you in 2 seconds.
Why, thank you.
And what do? I lay you down in the bed. Let me go
Well,
through
where
this.
does she go to pick up guys? Are you married?
She has a boyfriend here.
I have a boyfriend, yeah.
And how did you get him?
I met him in a bar.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I met him in a bar. I saw him.
Did he see the wheelchair, or he thought you were sitting down at the table?
He saw the chair. He actually didn't even ask about it. Some people see the person. A lot of people, unfortunately, only see the chair and the stereotypes.
Do you tape the Playboy pictures right to your head so guys can go like, hey, just
No, actually,
because it's not easy picking up guys in a wheelchair. Let's face it, Robin.
I would think not.
When I used to go to bars and sit on the bar stool, because the high bar stools and crowded bar, it was just easier.
Yeah.
Guys would like come up and try to hit on me. The minute the wheelchair's there, suddenly there's like this, force field around you of fear. There's a lot of fear.
Yeah, of course. Well, not every guy wants a girl in a wheelchair,
Because there's all these myths and stereotypes about us being evil or.
All right, let me get this straight. So let's say I meet you at a bar.
Right.
Like your boyfriend did. So what does he do? Does he take you home and get, I would figure you could get her on the first date.
Really?
But she's got to be
easy.
Well, her vaginal area is hypersensitive.
Right.
And
you probably think you got her in the bar.
Yeah, I would just blow hot air in her general direction and be like, So, what you're saying is, I saw your Playboy pictures. When were those taken? How long ago?
That was 7 years ago.
Oh, 7 years ago.
Did you see the video? The new video?
You got a video?
Yeah, we got a new video.
Are you naked?
Yeah, I do a love scene in it. Ooh.
What video is that, for Playboy?
For Playboy. We just did it this year on Playboy 360. It goes foreign.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, it's a good video. We sent one over to Gary. Playboy sent one over.
He hasn't finished with it.
Yeah, he's not done with it. He's got a real fetish for quads and paraplegic.
It's the first love scenes that show a woman with a disability and her able-bodied partner. And, it's just a basic Hollywood love scene, but...
If they need another woman to do that, you can get my wife to play that. She lays there pretty much.
I don't know.
Paralyzed.
This one shows me...
when I met my wife, I thought she was paralyzed. I thought I was being liberal.
You were shocked when she got up and walked.
The other day, I'm at a parking lot, and I parked in a handicapped parking space, and this cop pulls me over, and he goes, "You don't have place?" I go, No, my wife is handicapped. He goes, "Well, she looks like she's walking." I said, No. You get her in the sack, she don't move. He goes, "Oh, okay, I understand." I said, "Yeah, she's paralyzed from the waist down." So then the guy knew what I was talking about. His wife evidently was paralyzed, too.
He's taking handicapped parking spaces, too.
Yeah, a lot of... That's called... incomplete paralysis. Yeah, right. Marital paralysis.
There you go.
Thank you. There's a new wave. There's a new wave across the country. That's why I've applied for handicap plates. Oh, I have marital paralysis.
My poor wife.
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy meets you at the bar.
Right.
And...
We just talked. We talked till the end of the day.
And what were you wearing? Like a little mini skirt like you are now?
No, what was I wearing? I was wearing a tank top and jeans. Little tank top, low-cut tank top, and a pair of...
No kidding.
Cut-up jeans, and was there with a friend having dinner and saw him and thought he was...
And you invited him over?
We talked till the bar closed, and...
Well, how did he get to your table?
I went over and talked to him. He was playing a football game, and I went over and talked to him and his friend and just started talking, and we just sat down and
Well, you were sitting already.
Yeah, he sat down.
Right, he sat down. You were sitting.
Yeah. Which is a nice thing to do when you're talking to somebody who's sitting down.
So you're sitting and rapping to the guy and everything, so then what does he do, take you back to your place?
He walked me back to my hotel room.
Well, you sat and he walked you.
He walked.
Right.
I pushed, and we talked and invited him in, and we just sat around and talked, went to Atlantic City the next day, and ended up spending the next 6 days together.
All right. So you're pretty easy to score with, right?
No.
Well, with him you were.
Yeah.
I mean, he scored the first night.
Yeah.
All right. So.
I'll admit it.
Yeah.
We were safe. We just,
All right, take it easy.
I'm a liberal woman.
All right, hey, obviously. So, well, listen, she was horny.
He's tired out there in the room,
Right, well.
What is he going on?
Where is that guy? Hey, bring him in. Let me take a look at him.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He can get regular women to walk?
I'm sure he's had a walking woman.
Has he ever had a walking woman?
Yep.
Or is he like a chubby chaser?
I'm his first.
Is he, you're his first paraplegic?
Paraplegic.
All right. So anyway, let me get this straight. So you get to your apartment. So the guy starts
the
hotel.
I'm on business out here.
You start making out and stuff. Right.
I actually go. I want to slip back to the old line. I want to slip into something more comfortable. I get out of my
here he is. Hey, dude. Hey, you're not bad looking.
He's good looking.
Well, she's good looking. Just got to deal with the whole, paraplegic thing, but I could see there being advantages. Like, what do you have to do? Move her around in the sack? Well, hold it. Don't give me the answer yet. Let me get there. Hey, don't be uptight, man. This is an honest, open discussion. So, when you do this Playboy video, who's in it with you? This guy?
No. An actor.
It
was great. I got to go cast him, go into the casting session, and 8 guys watch. You get to interview.
And you got to choose?
I got to choose.
Ooh.
It was great. Turn around, and the way I chose him was, how do you pick me up? Because your partner does have to help with mobility. That's
cool.
One of the things. So I said,
I know about that. I do that with my wife.
Get me into bed. How would you pick me up? And the guy that I chose picked me up different than anybody else and was much more comfortable with my body. And I said, this is the one, because if they're not comfortable with dealing with it, it's like.
Hey, how old are you, dude?
I'm 27.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. What's your first name?
David.
Oh, I wish it was dude. I would have been right. You look like a dude to me. I bet she doesn't run around on you.
No, she's...
Right? She's got her in the chair.
He worries about it all the time.
Does he really? Yeah, I can see you're a friendly girl.
No, not...
So, all right, let me get this straight. So, he takes you back, you take her back to your place, and now you got to maneuver her out of the chair, right?
No, I think I did that.
She did it herself,
I'm getting on the bed.
What is it, Gary?
I have to interrupt for just a second. Ellen, do you have a friend named Marcy?
Oh, no. Yes, I have a friend named Marcy.
Have you guys? Yeah, have you guys? Do you mind if I talk about this?
We have never had a relationship. I don't care what she tells you.
She's a woman on the phone that says she knows her.
She's a good friend of mine.
They've done
right?
Together.
Yeah, she's a good. We have met in getting our master's degree.
Do you want her on the phone or no?
She's great. She's great. She idolizes you.
Don't say that word.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Marcy, are you lying?
Well, okay, it was in my fantasy, Howard.
Oh, all right.
You know what I want to say, Howard? I want to make sure that all the listeners...
All right, who cares? She got it on with you. I want to talk to her. Otherwise, who cares? All right, so let me get this straight. Another nosy yenta trying to get on.
Getting your airtime.
I just want to find out how you make it with paralyzed girls. Because a lot of guys in our audience can't get girls who walk, so maybe they get into the paralyzed thing.
Maybe they should try another field.
I'm tougher to get than most women walk.
All right, take it easy.
We're not saying you particularly.
We're not saying you.
The only reason, people... I mean, that's the exact kind of attitude that really puts a grip in my life.
Don't you think a guy looks at you and says, oh, I don't want to be
Absolutely, because...
burdened.
Well, and according to our society, you want the perfect girl in the arm, and for some reason, because I'm paralyzed, I'm not perfect. That's just crap. It's just the stereotypes perpetuated by the media.
All right, take it easy.
Take a certain amount of taking care of.
No.
No?
No. I drive. I got a Mustang convertible.
You don't need diapers or anything, do you?
No. I mean, you have different issues that you have to deal with, but, everybody's dealing with something. I cook. I pretty much run the whole household.
Really?
Pay the bills.
How come my wife can't do that?
You're getting a raw deal.
I really am. I should show her Ellen and say, hey, look, she's in a wheelchair. She does more than you.
The most independent person I know is Kurt Kilgore. He's paralyzed from the neck down. He's a broadcaster for TNT. And, independence isn't doing it alone. It's
all right, let me get back into the bedroom. Who cares about the speech?
No, seriously.
Get me back into the bedroom. All right, I get you. I know. It's great.
Well, it's the stereotypes and the reason I came on here.
You're right. Okay. Everyone got the message. Sometimes you beat people over the head with the message. It gets too strong. You know what I'm saying?
People don't hear it.
So, hey, when you go into those restaurants, do you break balls if there's no handicap crapper?
No.
No?
No, I get,
do you mind if somebody's in there when you come in?
You know what?
Do you mind when people use the handicap stall? You do?
I'm in there. I don't care if they use it when I'm not in there, but when I got to go, it's like, get the hell out. That's for me.
That's right. That's for you.
I can't use the other one.
Absolutely.
That's the point. If I could use the, and sometimes, actually, because my chair is real small, I will. If people are willing...
Well, I like that one because it's nice and big.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
In there.
I like it because it's big and,
Sometimes it comes with its own sink. It's great in
and it's using that urine all over the seat because, most people are afraid, most derelicts are afraid to use it. So, what's your story? You ever have a handicapped girl before?
No.
Ever have a blind girl?
No.
Deaf girl?
No.
Really?
Nothing, no.
Well, you don't know. You haven't lived till you had a cripple. It's beautiful.
Well, it's now.
Oh, that's right. You have.
They'll never go back.
All right, let me get this straight. So you get into all right, you're messing around and stuff. And he says, hey, I want to get it on with you, Ellen. And you say, okay, I'll give my consent.
It took a lot longer than that.
All right, well, it took a while. It took an hour. So, all right.
Check it out.
You're making out and stuff, and you're getting it on. So what do you do? Do you, like, pick her up out of the chair? Like, what's the etiquette? Does he carry you to the bedroom?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean,
the first time, do you carry her to the bedroom? Because he looks pretty strong.
In the hotel, yeah, he carries me.
They were already near the bed.
I was on the bed because I mean, sitting in a chair all day, you want to get into it. It's like
wait a second. You went to slip into something comfortable.
Yeah, I moved herself. I moved myself onto the bed and was sitting up against the headboard, and we were talking. And
so all of a sudden, and you slipped into what, some negligee or something?
No, just a little tank dress.
A tank dress. And you're sitting on the bed. And then once you start getting it on, you can just flip her around any way you want, right?
Pretty much.
Super.
It works.
That sounds good to me.
It works. You get a little directive. Say, hey, you have a disability. You learn how to have good sex because you can't.
And you can feel everything, right?
Yeah.
All inputs.
Absolutely.
Really?
But you have better sex, Howard. I tell you.
Really?
You have to learn to not just like insert A into B. You got to talk about it. You got to say, this feels good for me. This area is where it's sensitive.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
He doesn't come in with a script. He's
really?
Like, he can't like.
Hey, you're quite the stud, aren't you?
So.
You gonna marry her or what? What?
Not the N word.
Not the M word. I don't. I'm the traditional.
Not into marriage?
He is.
Oh, you're not.
Maybe a non-traditional ceremony. Something that isn't like love and obey and
I see.
Till death do you part kind of stuff. That's kind of outdated.
And what happened? You called Playboy and said, I want to be in there?
Yeah, I sent him some modeling photos. I was modeling and acting before the accident and thought it was over when I broke my neck.
Right.
And then realized that break your neck, you're not non-photogenic.
That was cool. You called them up and you said, hey, I want to be in Playboy. And they
said, what do you look like? And I sent them photos and did a test shoot. And they said, you're in.
Wow.
And we did it, and it was great.
It was a nice spread. Pardon the word. It was pretty hot.
Yeah. Actually, I just did a poster I produced.
Let me see that.
One for you.
Let me see that poster. Are you naked?
No, but I'm.
Are you topless?
I got some cleavage shot in there.
Oh, that's nice.
Got a cleavage shot.
Should have been naked.
Should have been naked. You can't do marketing commercially.
Your breasts are pretty big. Those are natural, huh?
Yep, those are natural. Those are all mine.
I can see why you dig her, you know.
I can't see it. Hold it up.
Oh, you in your chair?
I'm in my racing chair. I do marathons.
Oh.
I'm getting into that, too. I'm trying to learn how to run by sitting. See, I could handle that.
The marathons, the downhill is great.
How long does it take you to do a marathon?
It takes me 4 hours. It takes the top guys.
That's no marathon.
Like an hour and 26 minutes.
Wow.
I'd get into running if I could sit down and someone would push me.
you know? It's funny, though, when I race, because I do 10Ks and stuff, runners will, and I'm going up a hill, and, you're grinding up the hill, and runners will come up and start pushing you, and you're thinking, why am I in this?
So what do you do? So in other words, you have to push with your arms, so it's really an arm workout.
Yeah, it's a real...
Because sometimes I see those marathons on TV, and I see the guys in the wheelchairs, and they take 3 days to get through the marathon. Yeah. And it makes me angry.
They get through in an hour and 26.
Because that's not right. An hour and 26?
Yeah, they're faster than the runners.
Really? But it's not running, technically, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, but you're using your arms. And
I don't care. It's still not running.
Gears.
I think it's easier, myself.
The downhill is easier.
You must be as strong as a rhino, though, in your arms.
Pretty strong,
yeah, you're pretty built up. Well,
you have to be to get around. I mean, you've got to be independent. You got to do it,
Yeah, you got a nice body.
So, thank you.
Hey, you're a lucky man. You're pretty strong silent type, huh?
I'm very lucky.
He's very...
You're damn right you're lucky. What, are you uncomfortable talking about sex?
No, not at all.
Really? Shouldn't be.
No, he's not. He's quiet.
So now, when they pose you, they pose you or you pose yourself?
We work together. You're working with the photographer. You're working with your
So the photographer comes over and starts moving your legs and stuff around?
the makeup artist and he doesn't. But
he suggests and then somebody else.
Basically, they say this is good. I move it around. The weirdest thing is because I've been in the chair 12 years now. I was injured when I was 18.
Right.
Is that I forget. I'm really flexible, so I forget, can normal people sit like this? Is this normal? They're like, no, that's not.
I'd like to pose you, you know what I mean? Your next shoot, let me come by and I'll move your legs around. I'll get you into some weird positions. I'll have those legs wrapped around your head. You know what I mean?
I can do that.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Pretty sure you can take those legs and move them anywhere.
Okay.
I like that. I can never move my wife's legs far enough apart.
And then if you do, she starts screaming.
Oh, man, if I had you in the sack, I'd tie you in a friggin' knot. You wouldn't even know what hit you. Let me tell you something, pal. I could give you tips. Well, anyway, congratulations to Ellen Stoll for coming in here and sharing with us everything. And, of course, her boyfriend, Smiley. And, Ellen, what's next on your agenda? Anything?
I'm trying to get a reoccurring role on a drama. That's my biggest goal.
Yeah, you and Jackie.
Well, but there are no positives.
Jackie's handicap is, of course,
But there are no Positive Portrayals that show like a woman with a disability is just a person, you know. I mean, I tried Melrose Place and they like X'd the idea just because I just want to be sometimes a disability.
Would you like her on Melrose Place?
I could do it.
Would you like to see her on Melrose
Being
Place?
pushed around in a chair?
Yeah, push myself.
Sure.
Pushed off the...
Listen, it's not for me to decide. If you're naked, I'll look at you anywhere. I don't care what you got.
NYPD Blue I'm after now.
Yeah.
NYPD Blue, cop psychologist, you know.
How about a game show for quads? Like Wheelchair of Fortune or
They
something.
have, like, wheelchair.
What do you think of that?
Have you ever seen quad rugby or any of the sports, wheelchair sports?
Quad rugby?
They have quad... I mean, this is, like,
Really?
brutal. I mean,
No, I don't watch that.
Oh, man.
I'm not a fan of quad rugby. I don't even like regular rugby, quite frankly. I don't know. I'd watch it with people in wheelchairs. Listen, congratulations to you. You know what you are? You're handy capable.
Oh, God. Now, you know what?
I saw that on the telethon, too, when I did it.
The positive term actually really is person with a disability.
You are
You're
a person...
First. And I have a disability. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, that's stupid to say, oh, you don't have it.
No one's accusing you of not having a disability.
But people, those whole groups out there is like, oh, I don't have it. It's like, yes, you
You're an excellent spokesperson for the handy-capable lifestyle. Right, Robin?
Whatever you say, Howard.
I don't look at that as a wheelchair. I look at that as an enabling chair. All right? That's not a crutch.
I'm going to get sick now.
That's not a...
Give me a break.
I know it all. I've done telethon. I've done the whole telethon thing.
Those telethons are...
I know exactly how to do it.
Scary stuff, actually.
So you don't like Jerry Lewis's telethon?
No, not at all. I think that...
I like the Jerry Lewis telethon. They got guys in there. I mean, Ellen's nothing compared to the guys on there. They're complete. The only thing they can do is move their eyes.
Yeah.
And they blink, and they're hooked up to a computer, and they can, like, talk through the computer and stuff.
And write books.
And everyone's like, hey. Yeah, okay, he's disadvantaged, but it's not the end. I'm like, what?
No, wait.
Well, wait a second. At some point, it is the end. All the guy can do is blink.
The telethons say, it's over, give us money, make their lives... It's like, that's like, it's, you know...
Don't you think part of this,
people
though...
would give money if they didn't do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you're going to get more money by seeing positive portrayals. Yeah, I need ramps. I need wider parking spaces. I do need assistance
Why don't you
to get through. But you feel sorry for me. You're only going to get a little bit. You
So say it. Jerry Lewis is an a-hole.
You're going to give me more.
Is Jerry Lewis an a-hole?
He's just really ignorant, and it's almost willful ignorance. You know, people are trying to educate him, and he just doesn't. He
won't
care,
listen.
You know?
Tell the truth, though. A little bit of this is true that you're in a wheelchair because you're a little bit lazy to walk. You don't like walking, in a sense.
Well, you know, it's great at parties because you always got a place to sit. Those crowded rooms.
Yes,
Nobody's got a chair. I've always got mine.
Believe me, with you, that's not a wheelchair. That's a chariot for sex.
It's a chariot.
I mean, that's her sex chair. She cut a hole in the bottom of that chair. You guys are wild together. How many times a day you guys do it, would you say, on an average? More than once?
4.
4 times a day. No kidding, my friend.
4 times a day?
No wonder he can't talk.
Oh, my goodness. He has nothing to say. He's exhausted.
Wow, my wife is completely enabled and doesn't do that.
You know, sex is the most intimate form of communication, and I like to talk.
And you have control over bathroom and stuff?
I know when I have to. I'm very lucky, you know.
You know
I
when you have to go?
And it's not like I could take an hour. It's like when I gotta go, I gotta go. And
well, that's more than we could say for Jackie's grandfather.
But those are issues that a lot of people have to do.
Really?
You know, actually, your fart man, I think, is great because it brings it out.
That is something I did for the handicapped. I did, Robin.
People.
Exactly.
Our society is so repressed about
taboo.
That is true.
That is right. You are right.
Absolutely true.
You've had a lot of time to sit and think, and you obviously it has paid off for you. Let me tell you something, Ellen. Congratulations on all of your views and various Playboy video, Playboy magazine appearances, and hopefully I'll be watching you on Melrose Place very soon.
Or NYPD Blue.
NYPD Blue. I hope I'll see you soon.
I just sent them a bunch of stuff, and you know, I think it would be great. You know, you see people of color, the color comes into play. It's not, the disability is not the center of my life. It's
you have a view on everything, don't you?
Absolutely.
When you give her airtime, she don't waste a minute.
When is she going to start saying that she should be considered for non-handicapped roles?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. You know,
absolutely, Robin.
Seriously, Robin, I can't get an audition.
Oh, really?
She tried to out for a role in Marathon Man.
If it does not say disability, they won't let me read.
Understood.
However, for parts that have a disability, they'll cast an able-bodied actor or actress 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times. It's like...
Hey, David, I know why you have so much sex with her. That's the only way you can shut her up. You got to keep her going 4 times a day. Well, anyway, listen.
Yeah, why was, what's his name, doing My Left Foot?
Hey, you could have done My Left Foot.
Nah, because I couldn't have kicked. You got that soccer ball kick.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
For a guy who can't move, he moved when he had to.
He can move his left foot. I can't.
Absolutely. Well, listen to me. You're a very good spokesman for all of the whatever you just spoke about. Okay, very good. Ellen Stoll, of course. We look forward to hearing and seeing you more on the tube. Not just
video from Gary.
And the Playboy video, if I can wrestle it from Gary. David, thank you, my worn-out friend. Guy said 3 words. All right, listen, you're busy having sex. Will you guys go back now and have sex?
Probably.
Wow, good for you. 4 times a day. How do you have a job, don't you, David?
At this point, no. I'm moving out.
Oh no, one thing you can't hold a steady job and have sex 4 times a day.
Yeah.
It's just impossible. Well,
yes.
No, you can't. Trust me. All right, we're going to take a break. I want to thank Ellen Stoll, and we'll be back, Robin, with your phone calls. There's various show agenda I have to get to. You guys understand that? Absolutely. Big settlement from the accident?
No.
Really?
No.
Nobody hit you? Couldn't find a thief? I mean, a lawyer to represent you on that?
No. I mean, I was really young, and my parents, it was, you're dealing with a lot of
Would you
stuff.
smash into a tree?
Hit oil. First rain of the season.
Just like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Hit oil and lost control and went off a freeway interchange.
Wow. So you didn't have anyone to blame?
Nope.
Damn. The lawyers today can actually find someone to blame. If you don't, they even say in the commercial.
They say even if you don't have an injury, come in and talk to us.
We'll find someone.
There's something wrong.
They could have pinned it on the kind of car you were driving. You could have sued the motor vehicle company.
It was
What were you driving?
a van.
Oh, it was their fault. Because vans are unsafe. When they hit oil, they don't hold the road properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I could have been a lawyer. Oh, absolutely. Nowadays, the thieves have completely trained
I'm
themselves.
just thinking if I call now, it's been 12 years, can you still get me something?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they have ways the thieves can do that anytime. Judges go right along with it.
The Sue happy society we live in is pretty...
You could get something. I know a guy you can call.
Crystal and coffee. I mean, you figure if you can get that.
Well, when you're saying that, now I'm really enraged.
Right.
It's
unbelievable.
Frightening.
That woman got too many. You didn't get a good settlement?
That's right.
Oh, man.
I spilled coffee on my lap. Damn it.
All right, let's take a break.
I'd be paralyzed and I'd have $2 million.
Obviously, you're a very bitter woman. Okay. Ellen Stoll, of course. Obviously, you're not.
Bitter about the lawsuit.
You're not kidding.
I didn't get the money.
You just didn't get the right thief on your team. All right, we're going to take a break, Robin. Ellen Stoll, everybody, and David. We'll be back after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1 The Eagle.
8:20 at the Eagle. This is Brad Bax. It's 8:25 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. We're back with The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
All right, I'm going to take a few phone calls. I'm going to tell you some of the things that are going on. I'm going to contact, Fred was just asking me if I was going to contact Elvis Presley today in honor of his, I think it's his birthday coming up. 60th. His 60th birthday. I will contact Elvis on Monday, I believe.
You're going to do it, when is the actual day? Is it January 8th?
Sunday.
Okay, so you're going to talk to him on Monday.
That's right. The day after.
60th.
Hey, speaking of birthdays, let me remind the audience that, of course, I can't guarantee it, but I will be turning...
Howard, do you see how busy I've been?
Yeah, I know. I know all about it.
Don't expect anything.
No. Come on. I know to expect it.
She might be right this year. She's very busy.
I will be turning 41 years of age. I used to be a young disc jockey, by the way.
What happened?
I was a 25-year-old wonderkind.
Yeah.
When I met you, you were 30.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened.
Well, you're cooler than you were when you were 30.
I should be doing something more important now. If I was really a genius, wouldn't I be doing something more important now?
I don't know. You took an industry that had nothing going on and you made something go on in it, but it's propelled you nowhere.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I have to say,
isn't it supposed to propel you?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to catapult from here to somewhere else.
Same screwy show with the same stupid microphone. It just doesn't change. Well, I've gotten more professional.
You dress cooler and you listen to cooler music than you did 10 years ago.
Hey, F you, Baba
No, you do. You really do. You're getting younger.
No, excuse me. I listen to cooler music. I might dress better, but what do you mean? What do you mean I listen to cooler music
what
than I
was
used to?
he listening to?
He was listening to all that stuff we played on NBC.
Oh, get lost. I was not. What are you talking about?
Oh, don't
you
be
don't know
offended.
anything about. I'm offended by you.
It was a compliment.
That's not a compliment.
You know me. I'm confused.
He thinks he's really cool.
I don't.
That he knows something about music and you're...
He listened to REM a couple of times. Yeah, he thinks he knows more about music than I do.
Well, I know I do.
You do not.
All right.
Didn't we prove that once on the air?
No, you only know about one kind of music.
Oh, one kind of music. How about rock and roll?
No, you only know about one portion of rock and roll.
What portion is that? Tell me.
You know, just that.
Tell me the portion you know that I don't.
I know all portions.
No, you don't. I bet
Didn't we once do a Jeopardy between the two?
And I beat the pants off.
Yeah, because has there ever been a game on the show that wasn't rigged?
Excuse me, was the game rigged? I believe Jackie and Fred wrote the questions.
Yeah, and you weren't in on them.
What is it?
Well, you play like a random 5 songs and see who could.
Believe me, I beat his ass. You don't even know today's contemporary music, nor do you know the music from the 60s and 70s.
I beg to differ with that, but I'm just saying that.
I don't beg to differ. We've already gone through this. I already proved to you that I know more about music than you do.
Okay.
Little retard telling me what I know.
Well, you definitely dress better.
That I do.
That he agrees with you. They didn't argue with you there.
Yeah.
Captain Jenks is on the phone. He called Larry King last night, as he does every night. Captain Jenks is very happy because Larry just installed a 1-800 number to call him.
Oh, is that right? So you don't have to pay for the calls anymore.
And now, the man Brother Weeze wants to shoot, Captain Jenks.
Good morning, Howard.
Hey, Captain Jenks.
As you know, I'm very happy now that Larry King does have a 1-800 number now, Howard.
Could all the callers produce little intros for themselves so that we don't have to go through any kind of me finding out who they are?
Well, see, now what they do is when you call in the show, they say, do you have, when you ask your question, they say, do you have a call waiting? And if you say yes, then they call you back and they tell you to pick up the other line, just to make sure that that's you calling.
I see. All right, do me a favor. Why don't you tell me who you called last night on Larry King?
Larry King was out in Detroit, Michigan at some kind of a car show.
Yeah, I tuned by that, and I just was like, ugh, this is boring.
Yeah, he was getting in and out of cars, and he was seeing what the new model 1995 cars were like, and he was taking phone calls with some of the heads of the company, the GM company.
Yeah, so what did you ask? I mean, tell me what the setup is here. Is that enough setup?
Well, I nailed him with a very, very embarrassing question in front of a lot of people, Howard.
Oh, okay. So you asked Larry King if he really knew Sandy Koufax, which we know he doesn't.
Yes. And
okay.
The reaction.
All right, let's hear the reaction.
Ooh, cool.
And Bill Davis, Chief Designer, General Motors Compact Sport Utility Vehicles, Pickups, and Four-Wheel Drives, the designer of the Truck of the Year, the Chevy Blazer. We're going to be including your phone calls, and we'll start with Reading, Pennsylvania. Hello.
Larry, do you really know Sandy Koufax?
I can't hear you. We'll go to Renton, Washington. Hello.
He used to claim that he grew up with Sandy Koufax, and finally they tracked down Sandy Koufax, who's some kind of recluse now, or just doesn't, he's not in the limelight. Right. And he says, I have no idea who Larry King is.
He didn't just say he knew him. He has a whole story about how they drove to Connecticut,
they hung
got
out.
ice cream,
Yeah.
they went on a parade with the mayor of New Haven. I mean, he had a whole story.
It was like Sandy Koufax was one of his buddies.
Yeah.
When he was growing up.
You should have seen his face.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, did you know Larry's got a really cool move now? When they rebroadcast the show at 2 in the morning, they just drop the sound out of all those calls.
Oh, do you?
Like, remember the call yesterday that we had?
Yeah, during
Somebody
Oprah?
had the late version of it, and they just dropped the sound out so you can't hear the question.
But they spent a lot of time answering that question.
They really did.
Yeah, but they didn't. You're right. But they took out the part where it said, what do you think of Howard Stern's penis? That was not in there.
Really?
Yes, I saw that live yesterday, Howard. That was absolutely hilarious. Larry, I think Larry's really getting annoyed with these calls, Howard.
Actually, Howard, because of you, there's a whole extra job on all these shows. Because I know the Donahue Show has a person that has to sit there and listen for your mention.
I like all the mentions. But I got to admit, I do. I mean, I'm...
Well, Larry King, as he wondered yesterday, why would you want somebody to call your show?
And I say...
other shows and mention your name.
And I say Larry King doesn't have a right to ask that question. because if I'm going to answer that question, he has to answer why he'd lie about knowing Sandy Koufax.
Do you think he really does?
What, no Sandy Koufax?
I mean, do you think he's ever even met him?
No, of course not.
He might have watched him play some games, like I did.
We called Sandy Koufax. This is when we were back at NBC, I think this came out. But we called Sandy Koufax. He is like a recluse.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to, be in the limelight. But he did issue the statement. He says, I never met Larry King in my life.
Yeah. And Larry King had this whole thing when he used to go around and give speeches, and even on his radio show, it was part of his best of cassette. He had a best of Larry King cassette where he would tell the story about how he and Sandy Koufax were little boys growing up in Brooklyn. And then I think this is the story. And as they got older, they argued about who had the best ice cream cone.
Right.
And Sandy Koufax and Larry King were arguing about it. And I guess Sandy said up in Connecticut, they have the best ice cream cones. And him and Sandy all went up. They drove up to Connecticut or took the train.
No, there was a convertible involved. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, Larry King had this down to such a... And of course he's going to be found out. I mean, he's on the radio.
How can you use Sandy Koufax?
I know.
If you don't want to be found out.
Use a dead guy.
Say Lenny Bruce, who you're always lying about your relationship with.
That's right. Use a dead guy. They can answer questions.
Say you did this with Lenny Bruce growing up.
You know, he won't admit that he knows you, but he knows Sandy Koufax.
Right.
Well, actually, that's something funny, too. He always says he doesn't know who you are, but on Best Of, we played the interview when he was here for an hour.
Yeah.
And not knowing who you are.
And he used to go around, when people used to ask him about me, they'd say, well, Howard Stern is, I don't agree with his broadcasting, but he's really at the top of his craft. He's the best at what he does. And blah, blah, blah.
No, Howard, he's the best tasteless broadcaster in America.
Yeah, now, I just read another interview with Larry King that Chauncey did.
Oh, yeah?
And he asked him about Howard Stern, and now Larry's whole beat is down to, I could do what Howard Stern does. All you have to do is get on the air and say some dirty words.
And by the way, also, Lenny Bruce's IQ was 100 points higher than yours.
Yeah. Larry evidently figured out that...
That's what he did with Lenny. He gave him an IQ.
He gave Lenny an IQ. And Larry also says his biggest disappointment is that he would like to do a morning show where he could be funny.
Oh.
Isn't that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can see how that's a dream that's never going to come true.
Yeah.
He's not a funny guy.
Because he thinks he would be the king of morning radio. But, of course, they had him on in the afternoon, and he bombed at that.
Yeah. He is not funny.
They had him on overnights, and he bombed at that, so...
He said he left that job, Howard, because he was too tired.
Yeah. No, I think the audience was tired.
Tired of getting bad ratings.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Captain Jenks, thank you.
Hey, you know, Howard, just to give you an idea of how many people are starting to call in the shows now. Another person that calls in, King of Cable. I was speaking to him the other day. You know, he's 16 years old, and the cops actually came out to his house, and he lost his phone privileges until the next report card.
Is that right?
Is that right?
Oh, dear. King of Cable.
Wait, let me get this straight. The King of Cable was calling some shows.
Yeah.
And how did the cops find him?
Well, they traced one of his calls, Howard. They traced the call that he did to the show, or they had caller ID or something, and the cops actually came out to his house.
Really? But why?
And how did they get involved with his report card?
But wait a second. Here's the point. So let me just say something, even for those who don't have report cards. If somebody puts a number up on a screen and says, call it.
It doesn't say good calls only.
Yeah, good calls only. Now, what happened is the cops must have told the guy's parents.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, and and his parents took away his phone privileges until the next report card.
Actually, we got to get a hold of that kid, because he just sent me this really weird letter.
Oh, he's
where
so funny.
He went to Larry, somehow he went to Larry King's show as an audience member.
Gary, you should talk about that. We're planning that again.
And he got into, like, Larry's office, and he sent, like, some pictures of him and Larry. No, didn't get into it. Like, Larry invited him back.
Really?
You got a pair of Larry's suspenders, Howard.
Yeah, Larry gave him a pair of suspenders.
Those aren't suspenders. Those are braces.
Do you think he buys them 100 at a time and just gives them out to people now?
That's supposedly like his insignia.
Yeah.
I saw him on the Greg Kinnear show. Somebody sent me a tape of Larry King on the Greg Kinnear show.
And he was talking about his braces?
Well, Greg Kinnear has no ability to interview anyone, and Larry King's the world's worst guest. Unless you're sitting there goofing on him. And he was just explaining how suspenders aren't braces. And, like, it was so boring. So, dude, what are you doing?
He's got such an interesting life, and he wasted time on his suspenders.
Yeah, well, Greg Kinnear doesn't know how to conduct an interview. That's what I mean. That whole NBC lineup is in trouble. Because, I mean, you get a guy like Larry King on, you don't ask him about...
past.
I mean, he did the history of braces. You know, they started out as braces, and I'll tell you why. And I'm really, like, he's researched them. People send me braces from all over the world.
Well, after the Sandy Koufax story, do you really believe him?
Yeah, do you believe anything this guy says? Does he have any credibility?
Researched braces?
Yeah. You know, I know Sandy Koufax. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I took a little poetic license.
Well, actually, they nailed him on it finally, and he had to come clean, and he had to admit that he didn't know Sandy Koufax. And his explanation was that he's a storyteller, and...
It was sort of like an allegory. He imagined that it could have been like this.
Yeah. How do you know anything that anyone says is true? And, of course, Greg Kinnear sitting there, then bring up, the 27 wives.
Yeah. The gambling debts, the whole
yeah,
thing.
I mean, come on.
How do you not bring that up? You talk about his stupid suspenders?
That's Greg Kinnear for you.
Well, he'll go far.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of interviewing techniques that'll take him far.
Thank you, Captain Janks.
Now let's go to Marlon Sanborn of the San Fernando Fire Department. He's on the telephone now.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, the San Fernando Valley Fire Department has advised that everyone please stay indoors. We've set up a 1-800 number where residents can call. That's 1-800-527-8376. Okay, that's for Howard Stern's New Year's Eve pay-per-view special. Okay, Bernard?
Yes, indeed. But, Marla, can you give us any kind of a damage estimate? Can you tell us what is the latest you have in terms of reports, in terms of buildings damaged and fires, and what is the status of anybody who has been injured? Oh, I'm told that was a crank call. Our coverage will continue in a moment.
Very professional.
Yeah, it sounds like
Is
it.
it Bernie Cow? Bernie Shaw.
No, I don't know. It might have been. I don't know. But that's exactly what I was talking about the other day when we were listening to a call. The guy called it right away as soon as he heard the Howard Stern name or Baba Booey or whatever it was. But in the beginning, they weren't even listening. They just continued to ask questions no matter what you said.
All right, so you got his Baba Booey out. Now let's ask him some serious questions.
Aside from that total non sequitur, how many were hurt?
Yeah. Aside from the fact that you sound like a crazed mental patient.
Let's forget that you make no sense whatsoever and get a damage estimate.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
I'm going to 9 Inch Nails tonight with Ralph.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah.
Your wife is not going.
No. Her parents are coming in today, and there's the whole thing going. She doesn't like them anyway. She knows that.
Well, she was just making a big issue of going.
Well, the fact that she knew she could go, I think, made her happy.
I see. You're supposed to say yes so she can say no.
Yeah. There's certain kind of manly concerts you don't. It's a manly concert. You don't want a woman nagging you saying, "This is too loud. I want to go home."
It's like a football game.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want your wife to go to the football game with you.
Yeah, I know. And it's hard telling my wife that.
Oh.
It's really difficult. Like, she'd say, "I want to go to the football game." I go, "No, you don't."
She's not a fan. She's
right.
She wouldn't understand the game.
Yeah, and I just go, "No, you don't. You don't want to go." I want to go. I want to do this with someone else, not you. Oh, that drives her nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not allowed to want to be with other people.
Well, you did get married very, very young, and I suppose when you do marry that young, the fantasy is you want to do everything together.
Yeah, but the fantasy's over.
Not for her.
Well, for me, anyway. Yeah, because that's like when you first get married, you do everything together.
Well, as children, you have this idea that, it's like the fairy tale. Prince Charming and Sleeping Beauty never separate after he wakes her up and they go off together.
Well, my wife gets pissed. I mean, really pissed if I want to do something without her.
Yeah.
And I'm happy when she does stuff without me.
See, I much prefer the marriages I see between couples who hardly ever see each other.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like where you're hardly married.
Right.
And that keeps it all fresh.
Yeah.
Like Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford never saw each other.
Right.
But they're getting divorced. But
not every marriage works.
Right. But it was probably a great marriage.
While it lasted.
Yeah. For the few weeks they were married.
While Connie Chung and Maury were getting it together for years, they lived in separate states.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, me too. Well, you see each other for dates.
Right. You meet in exotic places.
Right.
Beautiful.
I love it. That sounds like a good marriage.
It sounds exciting, doesn't it?
I like that.
I have a friend whose wife lives in Brazil.
Wow. And he lives here?
Yeah.
Super. I don't think Brazil's far enough away.
You think she needs to be further?
Yeah. Brazil. That's a marriage.
They are so happy. I don't know a couple happier than them.
I am so hungry. I ate at like 2 o'clock this morning. Now I'm starving.
Oh, you didn't have anything since breakfast?
Nah. Just need a little fruit or something. Got any fruit?
I got an apple.
Yeah, I don't want to take your apple.
You can have it.
Really?
You know, I'd give you anything.
Well, in that case.
Take the apple.
Well, Here, listen to this. I'll start the news.
All right.
And the news story is how the newspapers handled me going to the Pataki inauguration.
Yeah. The repercussions are still happening?
Well, this is actually from the paper the next day after Pataki was, sworn in.
Okay.
Shock jock Howard Stern, who endorsed Pataki, was given an excellent aisle seat down close to all dignitaries. It's driving everyone crazy that I had a good seat.
Yeah.
All right. Stern, the state's most controversial FOG.
FOG.
Figure of, I don't know. Oh, Friends of George.
Of George, okay.
Right. Stern, the state's most controversial FOG, was in regular conversation with Judge K. Judge K, of course, is Judge Judith K. She's the one who swore in Pataki.
Mm-hmm.
But she was sitting there, and we were told we were being friendly.
I guess they weren't even supposed to talk to you, even if you got a good seat.
Judge K, who appeared downright thrilled to be bantering with the salacious celebrity. Like, what am I, a pariah? See, this is why I don't go anywhere. Because then the reporters are writing that the people who talk to me shouldn't be talking to me.
Mm-hmm. They'll make them feel funny for even having associated.
Yeah. But Stern, now listen to this. This is a total lie. Frederick Dicker is the reporter who did this. And he dicked me. But Stern appeared most animated during the swearing-in of Lieutenant Governor Elizabeth McCoffey.
It's McCoy.
Why do they call it McCoffey?
Because she's one of those people who spells her name one way and says it another.
Oh. Stern intensely eyed McCoy, his mouth wide open at times. Unbelievable.
Your jaw dropped, huh?
Let me tell you something. All I did was, first of all, when they got sworn in, I was so close to all the action that the person getting sworn in actually had their back to me. And what I would do is, I would move forward to see when someone was getting sworn in. I did the same thing for everybody.
But he particularly writes about it with McCoy.
I am telling you, I'll take a lie detector test.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I know, they never work out. I wasn't sitting there with my mouth open. First of all, she's not even good looking.
The guy could be saying to himself, he's just saying that because he was caught.
Yeah, well, screw them. They also said I was busy looking at my watch. Even my wife said to me, you didn't look at your watch once. I go, I know. When I was looking at your program, they write, you're looking at your watch. Stern appeared fidgety and bored.
See, you have to sit perfectly still. Either you're perfect
or
or you don't rate.
First of all, how would a guy know if I was bored? I had sunglasses on.
Did they watch everyone else on that day as much as they did?
No.
They see everything Al D'Amato did, everything Jackie Mason did, everything
the whole
any
focus,
of these other dignitaries did?
The whole focus was me on that day.
Yeah. This is like the comments you get on a report card. Howard fidgeted and doesn't participate in class when he's asked, when he's called on.
They had this big heavyset woman doing signing while everyone was talking.
Yes, you must do that.
And she was blocking Cuomo's view. She was blocking out Cuomo, so everyone thought he was being slighted because this big, big heavy, I guess, deaf woman's. Well, she wasn't deaf, but this big heavy woman's ass was in Cuomo's face. I was looking at that.
But they don't write about her.
Anyway. So. And then it says, then they have pictures of everyone, and it says, former Governor Carey, second from left, chats with Susan Bruno, daughter of the Senate Majority Leader Joe Bruno. Then it says like this, Chief Judge K cracks up shock jock Howard Stern. He cracks up. Have a conversation with the woman. We really hit it off.
Have you talked to her since?
I've called her a few times.
Something going on with you and the judge?
She's uptight about dating a married man. No, nothing going on between me and the judge. No, I haven't called her.
Just checking.
But she was like a nice lady, I'm rapping to her. I didn't realize it would be such...
anything you do, you're under scrutiny at all times.
Yes.
This is why
This is what I tell my wife.
people often ask me why you dropped out of the governor's race.
Right. You tell him, Robin. Why did I?
And I said, that financial disclosure thing was
wrong.
bogus.
That's right.
I said, look, Howard is under scrutiny for everything he does.
That's right.
And they were just waiting. They were looking for an opportunity.
Pouncing.
To pounce on him.
Exactly.
And whether he filed or whether he didn't, everybody else doesn't file and just continues to go on about their life. If you didn't file, you'd have been in jail.
I know. That's right. That's the real reason.
Everybody notices everything.
You are the only one who figured it out.
How many reporters were here waiting, calling every day? When is his financial disclosure statement coming out? Did they care about anyone else? Who even knows what George Pataki does?
Do you know how many candidates have filed, not filed financial disclosure?
Yes, because you told me, but go ahead, tell everybody else.
I forget. What did I say? What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't either, but a lot. Okay? All right. Well, you happen to be 100% correct. You're more of a genius than you even think.
Oh, please.
All right?
Don't bother.
All right, let's can I start the news here, Fred? Should I take a break? What am I doing?
Do a quick story.
Do a quick story? You might not be ready.
Story.
Are you not ready?
Not ready?
So let me take a phone call.
Break. Oh, a phone call?
Yeah,
okay.
Quick phone call, and then you'll get yourself together. Cleveland, you're on the air. Yes.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Really thank you,
guys.
Yeah, we're...
Can I, excuse me for a second, there was a letter you had yesterday you didn't read. You said there was this letter that you got before the end of the show, and you were anxious to read it, and you never got to it today either.
Is that right, Robin?
Yes, I was just wondering if that was something you wanted to be reminded of, but obviously not.
Yeah, this is pretty funny. I do have the letter.
Oh, you do?
But let this guy talk. Go ahead.
The other day I was scanning channels, and I caught Imus on the C channel talking about you. And it was kind of funny because he was boasting about how he supported Marion Barry, and then he got a call from Senator Al.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's really weird.
This? He said it's kind of interesting that Howard got a better seat than Mayor Giuliano. Mayor Giuliani, yeah. At the Pataki inauguration.
Pataki.
Yeah.
Now, look, I'll tell you something. I get particularly irritated when you bring up the name Imus, and I'll tell you why.
He's a real sourpuss, isn't he?
Well, I was going to tell you why, but you're not letting me finish.
Go ahead.
The guy, the plain history is, and if you want, go back and listen to the tapes when I came to New York. The guy did nothing. He did nothing for radio. He came and did the show, and he didn't even talk. He played endless records and said, "How you doing, baby? How's your Donkey Kong?" And the guy has totally ripped off everything I do, ripped off my entire style, the format of the program.
All the way down to TV.
And if I befriend someone, whatever I do, even with the TV, whatever I do, he does, and I just find him irritating. And I had the guy down to a 1 rating. I had him at his career end, and this company that I worked for revived him. They bought the station and syndicated him. And I've just gotten endless inquiries from all the stations that dump his show for not getting ratings, and they all want to hire me.
Oh, wonderful. Well, at least he's breaking ground
because he offers his show almost for free.
The book was interesting, your book, on that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Your show's a lot better. I mean, I just...
Well, of course it's better. I've tripled the rating. I've quadrupled the ratings of any of these guys. And I got to sit there and listen to this crap.
Don't you understand?
And my enemies should be this company's enemies. We should have the same enemies.
Hey, I think it's really cool that an old hippie like
Don't
you...
tell me I'm not a... Oh, shut up, you stupid ass. I'm not an old hippie. Jackie's an old hippie. I'm a young man still. And I'm no hippie just because I have long hair. I don't believe in anything hippies believe in. I don't believe in sharing. I don't believe in any of that crap. Hippies. The hippies were full of crap. They were yuppies with long hair. And you're no hippie, Jackie, driving around in that fancy car. Hey, I'm just a hippie. I don't care about money.
Your lobster.
You don't care about money. You don't tell me you don't care about money. You care plenty about it. When you didn't have any, it was pathetic. You're a lot more decent a human being now that you have some.
You think the money's
it's starting to help. It's finally sinking in.
Chipping away.
Yeah.
He's getting better.
Yeah. Kook. That's the real mental patient of this show. We might have problems here and there. Yeah, you're normal. He's in here telling me a story.
Oh, boy. See? You see what happens? This is why I had to get my story out first before Jackie tops it.
Jackie's real story. So, look. When I came to this company, see, people have short memories. When I came to work for this company, they weren't doing so great. And I turned to them and I said, listen, I'm going to go beat everyone's ass in the morning for you. Let me handle the dirty work. I'm going to beat them all. Imus, Scott Shannon, any of them. Who else? I don't even know who else is on the dial anymore. Any of these guys. And I put together my posse, including all the guys who work for this company. And we were in it together. And I was betrayed. I was betrayed. Not you, you imbecile. Shut up, Jackie. Just shut up. I was betrayed by everyone. I did my job like a good soldier.
You mowed them all down.
I mowed everybody down. And what do?
They went out and hired them all.
They hire them for cheap and syndicate them. Bashkavoz. Retribution. That was what was done to me.
Could you ever in your wildest dreams imagine that was going to happen? Though?
Never did I realize a betrayal would be perpetrated against me. But the same people I loved.
Yeah, that you fought for.
That I fought for. It's almost like the Vietnam vets.
Champion.
Yeah, it's like the vets that came home and people were spitting on them.
Yeah, no.
I was betrayed. I was betrayed. So I don't care. You put the bell on in the afternoon. I'm fine with it. You put on Imus on all the stations. I'm fine with it. Put them on. Put them on. Put them on. Put Don and Don on. Put Ron and Ron on. Put Mark and Brian. You want them eliminated from the market in Los Angeles? I'll neutralize them for you. I'm a good soldier. You pay me, I'm like a paid puppy. I go and I'm the neutralizer. I'm the neutralizer. But I was betrayed. I know when I'm betrayed. What am I, stupid? Am I stupid? I must be stupid. People must think I'm stupid. I must look like a big dope. I realize that's my shortcoming. I don't look as smart as I am. People take me for a dope. Let me ask a listener. Let me ask you something. As a listener, Miami, you're a new listener. When you see my picture, do I look stupid to you?
No.
No, to you I look intelligent. You must be lying. Do I look like a dumb guy?
Well, I mean, you look kind of silly, though. You know.
Right. Silly. So tell me what's... Okay, be honest with me. What do you mean, silly?
Well, I mean, you got, like, the long... That John Lennon look with the long hair and the glasses, So I guess people sort of think you're, like, a wacky guy,
I see. So you feel if I cut off my hair... I tell you something. I had my hair short for a long time. People treated me like I was a moron then, too.
They treat you actually better now.
Yeah, they treat me better now. I think the wacky works for me. Well, thank you for your honesty.
All right.
Yeah, that conservative business look didn't work for you at all.
I don't care who you syndicate. You want to syndicate some old crow who can't get a rating for everyone. Every station he goes on to, they'll call me. Can we have you now and get some ratings? But they all hire him because he's cheap. He works cheap. He undersells me. He works as in free. I went in and I did my job. I eliminated him. And the people who sent me to eliminate him revived him.
They saved him.
Saved him. Gave him a career. All right. We'll see. That's it. That's my story. Now you know my real story. I never told my real story.
I discussed that in the book, that, somehow he manages to survive.
I read that part. Lucky Charm or something, you said.
I said it was the Teflon DJ.
Teflon DJ, thank you.
Nothing touches him.
You know how the company sees me? Look, let me show you how they see me. I drew a picture of it. This is how they see me. See, that's my head and it's empty. See, I'm going to show that on the E! Show.
An empty head under long curls.
Empty head with long hair. And right in there, empty. That's how the company sees me. Right? Everybody loves a good picture. That's for television. Sometimes I do a little television shtick. That's all right, though. Listen, when I'm paid to do a job, I continue to do my job. That's all. But I know. Not everybody has the same goals as me. Had the guy on his knees and you breathed oxygen into him. We could have finished him off, cut his head off. Had to breathe into so the guy could just do a little rip-off show. Old fart. Piece of garbage. Howard, how do you do that? What do you call your mother? Can I call your mother on the air? Can I sit in with you while you do the show? Can I?
I got Howard's mother on.
I got Howard's mother on. Can I? What do you do? You talk a lot. You don't play any records? And
yeah, I gotta admit you're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, but you're not as good at... You know what it is, man? You're never going to be as good as me because the imitator's never as good as the original. Unless you're Oprah.
And you ain't no Oprah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's proven that. Incoherent babble. I got to go vomit. I'm gonna go vomit now in the bathroom. Excuse me, I'm nauseous. I got to go vomit.
You shouldn't let this stuff make you sick.
No, I'm going to go vomit. My career history makes me sick. I have to go puke. Excuse me, Robin. Excuse me now.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
18th. If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a disc jockey, you know who to call. Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040.